Good morning, just fans. Hope you are having a wonderful morning. And we are live from Parnu in Estonia following the coverage of the 7th Paul Keres Memorial. My name is Arturs Neiksans. I'm together with Women International Master Margaret Olde. And this is the second day of the Keres Memorial. Margaret, welcome back, I suppose.
Yeah, good morning. We have a long day with 2 rounds ahead, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and it started yesterday with some fireworks in round one in the classical portion, and the round has been ongoing already for 1 hour.
Mhm.
And we did this on purpose, actually. One reason was to save energy because it's double rounds. These can be very long days, and also the second thing is we felt that we can focus a bit more on what has transpired within the first hour and then focus on the main events. Everybody hates the opening phase anyway. Anyway, before we jump into the games, let's talk about the format, shall we?
Yep, exactly. Why we're even here. So we have 2 tournaments that started yesterday. We have the Open A, which is for federated players 1900 and above. So this is for achieving title norms. The main prize fund is there. And then there's also Open B, which is for a lot of like people who just come to and also want to like see Parnu, maybe some young up and coming players. But both of the tournaments they play 9 rounds with 90 minutes plus 30 seconds, so no more extra time after move 40. So we have some time troubles, but okay, added for 2 rounds in a day. I think this is what we have to do.
No, it's really reasonable, of course. I absolutely love it. And this is the prize fund. As you can see, 17,000 euros in total. The Classical Open, of course, takes the biggest chunk of them all. The winner walks away with pretty good prize money of 2,500 euros. There's many prizes for best women players. By the way, there's been an increase last minute because the festival managed to find some new sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. There were some private sponsors who wanted to support women's chess. So that's why also, for example, in Open B, there is a really good prize fund for female players. We added quite a few prizes and also for the senior players as well. So we're trying to include everyone and motivate everyone to come and play.
All right. Best Estonians, best juniors, best seniors. So looks really wonderful. Everybody has a pretty good shot for a good price. And this is the schedule. As you can see, we are right now in day two, round two. By the way, these times are the starting times of the rounds. So we start 1 hour when the round already has officially started. So this is going to be round two. And in case you want to see us also later, you see the round three is going to start at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central European Summer Time, which means we are going to be live at 4 p.m. Of course, you can follow all the games live on chess.com/events. But I think it's a good idea we jump into the games.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, what are we seeing here? This is the board. And how many Grandmasters there's in total in the event? There's many countries, yeah?
Yes, there's, I think, more than 20 countries, 22 or 23 countries. I think maybe there were 7 grandmasters. I'm not 100% sure, but around that. Yeah, and a lot of international masters. I think it's more than 40 title players in total.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. And also quite a few players from the both countries, I presume. Even though some of the Latvian Grandmasters are missing from this event, like I'm one of them. I'm sitting here in the commentary booth.
Yeah. Actually, well, yeah, as you said, there's not a lot of Latvian grandmasters, not a lot of, I mean, Estonian top players, but there's a lot of Lithuanian top grandmasters, the Olympic team players. So that's great to see. And I think yeah, most of the top players are from very different countries. We can see they're from France, from China. So yeah.
And the top seeded player is a well known French Grandmaster, Maxime Lagarde. You can, by the way, see him right now on the screen. He is to the right in this red shirt, playing against the young talent from Latvia, Nikolais Platonovs. As you can see, they have played out the opening phase. I know about the position, by the way, quite a bit. Also, for today, we have, I hope, improved a bit the viewing experience. We have a bit fixed the cameras. We are going to have a better view, better zoom to the second board where you can see Valery Kazakowski. I'm not really sure if he's currently the number one seeded Lithuanian Grandmaster, but he definitely is like in top three.
Yeah, I think he might be right now.
Might be, yeah, because Paulius
yeah.
Poltavich is always somewhere there, like
Yes,
2600.
yeah.
I think Paulius was registered for the Blitz and Rapid only.
No, he was also supposed to play some
Really?
the classical, yeah, but he had some last minute issues. So
I thought I saw him in the list, and I was surprised he's not here.
Yeah. He's had some very last minute things.
Yeah, the chat says Maxime Lagrave. No, Lagarde. I know. They have the first name Maxime Vacher Lagrave and Maxime Lagarde. These are two different people, very strong grandmasters. So it's Maxime Lagarde. He's on the screen, and okay, I think we could potentially dive in the game.
Yeah.
And try to figure out what's happening here. So this is the current position. Question to you, Margaret. Are you familiar with any anti-Sicilians, anti-Najdorfs?
I know almost nothing about Najdorf.
Why is that?
This is the one thing that I've been like, okay, since I'm not doing chess full time, I don't have the time, yes, to just learn all the variations. There's so much. Yeah, I think
you do play Sicilian.
I do play Sicilian.
What kind of Sicilian?
I've played with the E6 and A6 kind of systems. The Paulson.
I can relate to that.
Yeah,
that's my taste as well.
Yeah, but no Najdorfs.
Okay. Do you think that Najdorf is a bit more complicated than the Paulsen types?
I don't know. I think it also might depend on what you kind of grow up with or what you start with in a way. But because I never started with Najdorf, like it felt a little bit too much to start to pick up when I'm. Yeah,
that's a great answer. Yeah, I can relate to that. I'm also kind of like a Paulsen guy. Actually, I think it's more like to the Baltic region related, because there's so many Baltic best players who are playing the Paulsen. And okay, like from Estonia, definitely Kado Kolots used to play. Okay, he's also a big Najdorf guy. I know that, right?
Yep.
But he used to play a lot of Paulsen. In Latvia, historically, Normans Miezes, Edvin Kengis, really well-known grandmasters. I played it a lot. Then we had one of the leading grandmasters, Tom Kantans, who was a big Najdorf player. He switched to the Sicilian Paulsen. In Lithuania, if we move further to the south, then we had Loisas Kvenes, used to play it a lot. And who else? Yeah, from the younger generation, I'm not entirely sure, but it's a very, very popular choice for some reason. I wonder why.
Yeah, maybe we somehow influence all each other.
Yeah, everybody's looking at the other. They're seeing that, oh, you're playing Paulsen, so could I. Anyway, enough of chit-chat. Let's go to the starting moves, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay, so of course we're going to take every single game at a time. Probably focus on the top boards because this is where we have the cameras. Try to understand what they're doing. Thank you, Maxine. Thank you for doing this. I support your choice. Bishop e5, anti-Sicilian. You know, I was really advocating this years ago, which year it was? 2018, 19? I don't remember. When I made my first steps as a chess author for modern chess. And my very first course for modern chess was exactly Bishop b5 check. And at the time, the anti-Najdorf or anti-Sicilian was kind of like a secondary choice against the Sicilian Najdorf. And I remember that, yeah, like it was sort of not the main stuff. But then one of the best quotes I've ever heard was coming from Anish Giri, and he said that he doesn't treat Bishop b5 as a sideline. It's one of the main lines. So it's like, thank you, Anish, for doing this. Yeah, so the big idea is just to play possessional chess here.
Yeah.
Okay, 97, Bishop a4. Yeah, welcome to the wonders of the modern theory.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, this Bishop a4, in a nutshell, white wants to play should castle c3 d4, but if you do this immediately, black plays a6, you kind of not in time.
Yeah.
Black wants to play b5. And the point of this Bishop a4 is that white often wants to trick you with two systems. Like one system is to play c4 d4, and the second system is c3 d4. That's why Bishop a4 is actually a very smart move, because if you play a6, I will play c4. You'll play, let's say, knight f6. There is a gambit. I can play
Ah,
shut castle. It's
okay.
very dangerous for you to take it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stockfish hates it. D4, somehow it opens up. Like there's these tricks.
Mm.
P5, E5, knight E5. By the way, you can't take it. Rook E5, bishop
Uh,
E7, D6.
yeah, I've even seen some
Yeah,
kind of
I've seen
tricks.
this, yeah?
Yeah, and I mean, not maybe this exact, but like the ideas in those type of things.
Yeah, so it's just dangerous.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous for black to accept this. And why this is so important is a6, bishop a4, and shook castle. You are not spending time for rook e1. You're playing knight c3 and playing d4 immediately. Let me show you this one line. I think it goes like e6. You play knight c3. Now the pawn is on c4. It's very important detail.
Yep.
You play d4. You play queen d4. Now you play rook d1. And you know how many people have caught into this trick? Takes, bishop f4, e5, and knight e5.
Oh, okay.
So this is the kind of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
get it back.
and black is in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the tricks. And again, the move order is really important because if you start with c4, like it seems you're going for the same setup, but black is not obliged to play 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they
So
kind of win a move, yeah.
yeah, they play knight f6, they play e6, and your bishop on b5 is actually a bit silly. So I think that really smart players, they know this. They know that bishop a4 is a tricky move, and they don't automatically play e6. And you can see Platonovs knows this.
Okay.
Yeah. So he played knight f6, should castle, by the way, the same gambit. It's very dangerous for black to accept it. Like knight e4, rook e1, knight f6, d4. Super dangerous. As you can see, Stockfish immediately goes way in the sky. So e6. And now the trick is, as soon as you play rook e1, black's going to play e6. And you're committed to rook e1.
Okay, and now if you go c4, then it's, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not the same position.
Exactly.
And it's very tricky. I love these small nuances. So this d3, yeah, this is the latest trend. White wants to play c4, knight c3. This is how white tries to claim some opening advantage to play against this knight on d7. It looks weird, but that's how it goes. And I already don't remember what black was supposed to do. Was it a6, rook b8, b5, or was it some knight e5 stuff? I think knight e5 was one of the main lines.
Okay.
And you would play either knight e1 with a 4, or you would play after knight e5, you would take and play a 4. I think also Ancient kind of loves this for some reason. Yeah, like takes, bishop f4, e5, knight e4. Somehow it's better for white. I don't remember why. But a6, queen e2. I think Maxime was surprised somewhere here. Like he didn't recognize this immediately.
Yeah. I think it looks like he was spending quite a bit of time trying to like either recall or get to the same position, different move order or something.
Yeah, so a6, queen c7. He played this idea of h3, which is also very common because sometimes black wants to play knight g4, knight e5. Now he hides the knight here on h2. He wants to push a 4. And something's happened here. Platonovs decided to play d5 immediately, which is a very brave choice.
Yeah.
I suppose after takes, you wanted just to take.
Wait,
Oh, wait.
bishop?
No, I saw
But,
this, but I miscalculated. I thought I'm
there's
trapping
some
the...
95.
Yeah, there's 95. Okay, maybe this is not it. So this was a pawn sacrifice then. Takes, and there's also bishop d6, by the way. There's also knight b6. I'm not sure whatever he planned. Or maybe bishop d6. Do you think this knight?
Oh yeah, bishop d6 then makes sense, and then he gets the pawn kind of back. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Takes, some knight b6 or some b5, then knight b6 and bishop b7.
You probably do get it back.
Somehow, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why Lagarde immediately was like, okay, my bishop at a4, it's not doing anything, let me just trade it. Queen d7, because now if you take with the bishop, I think you are winning something. Oh, wait. Sorry, first d5, yes.
Oh yeah, and then take the d5 pawn.
Right. So this part makes sense. Bishop d7, queen d7. Oh, that's a sad move, really. Bishop f4. Okay, and that's the position. And that's the position we have right now. And Lagarde is thinking.
And he has thought for quite a bit already, right? It's 45 minutes.
Well, he's really asleep, is he now?
Yeah, maybe that's the thing with the morning rounds as well. Maybe he's not a morning person. He just needs the time to wake up a little bit.
Do you have some rules for morning rounds?
I'm a little bit of an exception. I'm kind of am a morning person, so
Oh.
I don't mind the 10 a.m. rounds because, okay, even if I would prefer to maybe start at 11 or something, I know that probably my opponent is going to suffer more. So
Jesus.
yeah, I know that chess players are really not morning people. That's why this is the one thing I
I
actually
speak
like.
for the chess players, but definitely
Yes.
not morning people.
Yes,
I speak for all the chess professionals.
exactly.
You know, okay, they're definitely the odd guys, but I have talked with people, and there's a real pain for them. The worst thing that can happen to you is a Sunday morning game.
Mm,
And it's very common because we play in these competitive international chess leagues, and by standard, the Sunday game starts at 10.
yeah.
It starts at 10 so that you can finish the game until like 4 p.m. at
Yeah,
latest, and then
get
you have
home.
your morning, or sorry, your evening flight going
Yeah,
home.
exactly.
And this is to accommodate the players.
Yep.
But everybody is like sharing the same page. Oh my goodness, at 10 a.m. game. And I have a rule myself. That's why I said,
Mm,
I have a rule. Never make big decisions or blunder anything within the first 2 hours.
okay.
So, like, I have to survive until 12.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I'm looking at Maxime.
Those 2 hours
Trying
are
to
not
survive.
bad yet.
Oh, Maxime, get a coffee. It's actually there. You can go outside. You can get some coffee. It looks like he needs some coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think it makes sense. Like I know a lot of chess players who like don't go to sleep before 3 a.m. or something like that because they're just night owls. And then of course it's hard to wake up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or maybe he's just really deep into this position. But to be honest, like, he has already spent half of his time
Yeah.
for this position. All the
How
most
many moves did I have played?
13.
Okay, so and he's not gonna get any extra time.
No.
So
Yeah, he is really trying to getting the rhythm. But okay. On a serious note, what choices does he have? He can try to win a pawn.
yeah.
Or he can try to get some sort of a kings in an attack position by playing e5 and some sort of kings at attack.
Yeah.
So we can maybe analyze something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's try taking.
Just take a pawn. Yeah?
Yep.
Takes. That's the big idea.
Okay.
I want a pawn. You can't
Yes.
take it.
Yes. I can probably go bishop f6 and try to get it back somehow. Or,
Yeah. Looks reasonable. There's some knight g4 stuff.
Yeah.
Knight g4. Bishop d4. Feels like a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Some b5, bishop b7. You might play d6.
Let's try to hold on to it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not that easy. I'm not getting it back immediately.
You're not. By the way, I saw the evaluation bar slide didn't like. Maybe because of this bishop. C takes on d5 could be. Ah, I know. I think it's rook e1.
Oh.
You immediately pin this. And if you play rook e8, now I play knight e5. I thought this is good.
But now I can just
Now maybe you can just take
it, and you don't have a good way to take advantage of the pin.
Yeah, it's all of this is very reasonable, of course. So I thought it's actually rook e8, rook e1, and maybe there's some knight g4. Oh yeah, knight g4 takes. Oh, this looks really bad.
Because this shows that you're not getting out of that pin.
Yeah, this pin looks very dangerous. Yeah. So okay, so this looks super tempting actually. If you take it. Wait a second, but how do you respond then? And rook e1. So rook e8, no.
Yeah. So what if I go with my bishop? Yeah.
Here. Makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
so takes, everything is protected.
Yep.
And there could be bishop g5.
Okay.
And this is where you have to start to calculate some things like forcing moves. There's rook e8. Okay, rook e8, queen f3 doesn't feel quite dangerous. d4, d takes on c4 doesn't feel dangerous. I would say probably this move. Takes, and some queen d6.
Check.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
I want to
something.
either, maybe take on c4. Oh.
Queen e5. Maybe it's not queen e5. I just thought this looks pretty promising. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And he's going for this, by the way.
Okay,
He's going for this.
take the pawn.
Yeah, I think he's figured it out, but it took him for like forever to get there. And the second idea I was thinking was maybe e5. which is
Yeah.
a very common idea in the king's in an attack. But like this is how you want to build the king's in attack. You want to block the queen side, b5, b3, make sure there's nothing. The knight is a bit silly. So I'm sure that Maxime was looking at this.
Because they're like very different ideas as well, right?
Yeah,
Like,
very,
two
very
very
different.
different positions.
Very different. But I think that he's missing out this last bishop for the king's in attack. But it typically stands here in g2.
Yep.
So he looked at this. He was like, okay, I'm gonna instead decide take stakes. E takes on d5 was played.
And now he also has to decide again, if he's gonna take something or if he's gonna include the rook e1.
Rook e1 looks very reasonable.
Yep.
Does he even have anything else? Like this rook makes no sense. So
yeah, it doesn't really, because I don't think now you want to go f4 anymore. So.
Yeah. C takes on d5, or maybe he's thinking about the move orders.
Yeah.
Like okay, he also might have a knight g4 here. So he's thinking he has rook e1. He has probably c takes on d5.
Yep.
And he has probably knight g4. So even this move could be a thing. Just to win the control of the d5 square. Like knight g4.
If I
don't know what black's supposed to do. Takes?
Yeah, I would assume so, yeah.
Takes?
Take the pawn.
I'm winning control of this square.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the d4 doesn't really... Like, if I can't really go... Or I can, but if I go d4 with black, then I'm giving away all the squares in the center for the knight. And I still have a issue with my light square bishop. Like, I need that one.
But you know, I actually thought, Margaret, that after knight g4, I might have knight d5.
Whoa.
Intermezzo.
Yep.
Wait, but then this looks very tempting, actually. So knight g4, you can't take. There's going to be knight e5.
Yeah.
And if you play some rook e8, there's going to be some rook e1.
And then you're threatening to take an f6, kind of.
Oh, so that's what he wants. And if you take, I probably just take.
But now he can take g4. You don't have any intermediates.
Wait, he can win a pawn, yeah? Can he? I'm not sure. I could sacrifice it.
Yeah, there's definitely compensation.
Big compensation, yeah. You can't take it. Fork. Yes. There's apparently something a bit more concrete. So that's what he's looking at right now in the sequence. So it's either rook e1 or knight g4. I don't think he's looking at c takes d5 for knight e5 because this looks very tempting and knight g4 looks very tempting. So I think he's trying to figure out with which move order he plays knight g4.
Yeah, that's true.
So
because it also might be important in the move order here, so he might spend quite a few minutes.
Rook e1. I don't know.
Okay. But how stupid is going back with the bishop to d8 after rook e1?
Probably not stupid.
Because I want to kind of keep a control on the d5 square, also make sure that my knight is still on f6 is protected, so I'm not risking with doubling my pawns at any point.
That's a very valid argument. And I assume that now knight g4 is going to be less powerful. Oh wait, but there's a different idea now. Knight g4, if you take, there's going to be some bishop d6.
And this is why I shouldn't put all my pieces in the last rank.
Yeah, but you don't really have to take.
I don't have to take the pawn, yeah.
I mean, you can take once.
Yeah, this one I want to take. And now I'm going to do something.
Some d4, knight d5, and some b5.
Yeah.
It's not so clear, yeah?
Yeah, it's like it's a good knight, but okay, if I get my bishop to b7, then my pieces start coming back to life as well. You still have some issues there, yeah.
Yeah, so knight e7, maybe you get some better obstacle to bishop endgame. No, this is not so clear, and this happened after rook e1.
Yes.
So maybe it is knight g4.
So
to use the fact that the bishop is undefended.
Exactly.
And knight g4, it's very clear knight e5. And what's the most human way for black to play? Like, okay, rook e8, but rook e8 again feels it jumps under rook e1. And there's some problems, again, because of the pin.
Yeah. And now I still have to deal with the center because things are kind of hanging.
Okay, so knight g4 is a big move. And Maxime Lagarde is thinking about this. He desperately needs to get the morning coffee. He looks in pain. But like he's thinking, I think we observed the other games.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's
I
go
think he's
through.
going to play knight g4. Looks so natural.
Yeah.
He's a bit undecided. Wow, 37 minutes already. Unbelievable.
That's yeah. We have told quite a few times that there is no extra time, so I hope that he does know that.
Okay. All right, let's go to the second board.
Yes.
Anna Kubitska against Valerie Kazakowski.
Yes. And Valerie kind of had a little bit of a scare yesterday, but the opponent didn't find the best continuation, and he managed to win.
I think he played knight g4, by the way, yeah?
Maybe.
I am looking still on the camera. Okay.
So this is the second board camera now.
Yeah. Ooh. So I met Valerie this morning after the breakfast. He was coming up to his room. I greeted Valerie and I said, "Did you miss yesterday's d4?" He said, "No, I saw it."
Okay.
I mean, the viewers, like, sorry, I would have to bring out this position to explain you what he was thinking about. But the idea was after d4, a3, he had missed the center maximum of 97.
Oh.
So he saw everything. Like he didn't miss d4.
Yeah.
But he missed 97 and then black is fine.
Yeah.
So that was part of the plan, even though it was a flawed plan.
Okay, that actually explains quite a bit then.
Yeah. Okay. But this is a great position for Anna. Because I think it's Ante Najdorf. I recognize this position. I used to play this a million years ago. There's some pressure. And black is pretty much signaling at f6.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just makes
you
sense.
have to do something, otherwise your bishops are not doing anything.
Yeah, but engine always favors white in these positions. So do you provoke h6? Or you don't you provoke? I think we are gonna...
That is the big question.
Yeah, that is.
Because if she put her rook to h3, then she definitely wants to do, or I mean, she should do something there, right? So it's maybe also with what does she want to provoke the h6?
I think so, because you have the bishop here, lined up perfectly for some attack, and I think that she fully expects that black's gonna play f6 at some point. Like that's why you think should I include this or not? So let's say if I go here, attack it. h6.
On defense,
Let's say I attack it. You're thinking about this, like there's some rook h6, and if you play king h8, there's knight f3. But
some bishop h6 sacrifices at some point.
So. Yeah, but there's definitely some f5 coming. Absolutely some f5.
Yeah, you have to. And now you take with a rook because you have to protect the e6 pawn.
And I think she's looking at this and trying to figure out does she like this. So
yeah, because black has like kind of a few weaknesses, but at the same time, if the bishops come back to life, then they are two bishops then.
Yeah, and I think at that level, this is essentially what happens. You're also thinking very hard, not only about yourself, you're thinking about your opponent, and bishop e8 is like a very, very clear signature that f6 or f5 is going to happen. But let's maybe step back a bit.
Yeah.
The opening phase, yeah? So this was the opening.
Oh, again.
Yes.
So today is your day to be happy.
Today is my day, Ante Najdorf. 97. Oh, show castle. So Maxime Lagarde play bishop a4. Yeah. You know, I have a question to you, Margaret. Have you ever drawn an inspiration from another game? Doing a game?
Oh.
Like, they're playing something, you're looking at that, I want to play that.
Like, not for that exact game, but for next games, sure. Like, I see, for example, even in team events, I see someone play something very exciting against the player from my team, and I'm like, oh, okay, next time I want to try that.
Yeah. I mean, okay, this is pretty standard, I suppose. And I've got so many ideas. Like, sometimes when I'm too lazy to research, I'm like looking this, wait, why I'm not playing this myself? I'm like, okay, I want to try this. But the funniest thing ever happened to me, this was a Swedish league. And I was sitting on top board against Ari and Tari, a well-known Norwegian grandmaster. a very important match for medals with her. And he plays the Caracan against me, e4, c6. And I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, what should I play against the guy? He's obviously such a strong guy. And I think Arjen was thinking or something, and I get up. I look that on the third board, Yolo the Hammer, my teammate, he plays e4, c6, knight f3, d5, d3.
Okay.
The second game, I'm like, what on earth is this? I've never seen it before. This looks fun. And then I did the unthinkable. I went for exactly the same line. Like I had zero knowledge at the time.
It's a bold choice.
It was a bold choice. I knew nothing. I played it. I got worse, but I won the game.
Okay. So...
And after the game, of course, I would check a bit further that line, and I came up with some concepts that it's actually a great idea.
Oh,
so, like in an actual game, I saw somebody else from my team playing this, and I immediately adopted this. So, yeah, you can do that actually.
No. But I think in some tournaments it's been like, if the position is the same for too long and the boards next to each other, they've actually like moved those boards. Like, I've heard of a few stories. So.
I was a witness of such a story. So this was like 20 years ago. I'm a dinosaur, I know. About 20 years ago, there was a team event. Two very strong Latvian players were playing, Edvin Kengis and Arnolds Luskans. He doesn't play these years anymore. But they were playing against a pair from Liepāja. And the top two boards, they diagonally repeated what the other player is playing.
Yeah.
And it happened for like 15 moves or so. And people started to get really amused about it, and ultimately they were separated.
Yeah.
It was a fun idea.
Because of course it can happen like accidentally or something, but at some point you're like, okay, are the weaker guys doing this on purpose, or?
It's an accident, yeah. Okay, it's an older system. Oh, wait, like this? Was it like this?
Yeah.
Wait, but are you sure it was like this?
I don't know the move orders.
No,
so.
I know this line. Bishop d7, bishop d7, queen d7, show castle, knight c6, c3, knight f6, rook e1, e6, d4, takes, e5, d5, knight e4, knight e2. Oh, I used to play this million years ago. With some rook e3, rook lift. Engine says it's somehow equal after bishop b4, but what is kind of asking some questions.
Yeah.
So actually I thought it's the same line, but I didn't realize
different, yeah.
It's a bit different because now the bishop is traded for the knight.
Yep.
But white goes for the same plan. No, it's definitely not the main line.
Yeah, I mean, computer is not very impressed, yeah,
but yeah, it seemingly works.
It looks reasonable.
Looks reasonable. Same plan. d5, e5, knight e4. Wow. Rook e3. Stopping bishop b4 stuff against knight e2.
Yeah.
Okay, even though after knight e2, I think you can still do this.
Yeah, you can take probably, right? Yep.
Bishop b1 is knight e6, and if you take it, okay, maybe there's some compensation in the long run, but a pawn is a pawn.
Yep.
Okay, but rook e3 is some very, very deep stuff. I've never seen this in my life. And Valerie just responded casually. Knight c3, she wants to take with rook, I presume. I don't know. Knight d2, Jesus.
This looks really interesting though, like it's...
Yeah. What do you make of this? Is this prep?
I mean, okay, the time situation doesn't suggest that it's fully prep, but I mean, she probably definitely had some like ideas beforehand of what she wants to do and how she wants to like move the pieces.
Until this moment, this was prep. I can tell.
Yeah, for sure. You probably don't think.
She knew this?
Yeah.
She knew the setup of rook e3. I mean, you don't invent rook e3 on the board.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew this, and now she started to spend time. Like here, I guess she was not aware of bishop c6. And I mean, this is typically how it goes. You prepare with an engine, and you follow the top engine's recommendation. And as soon as your opponent does something else, you are having mixed feelings. The first feeling is, this is not the top recommendation of the engine. The second feeling is, oh no, why didn't I check this? And it's actually like, it's like a true art, you know, when you prepare for the game and you try to predict also the human moves from the opponent that the engine does recommend. It's not so easy because when you are analyzing the game, like you want to click the top choices, and sometimes you forget to turn on your brain. And I've had this, Margaret. I had it like playing in myself games preparing very deeply, and my opponent plays something I didn't check.
Yeah.
And it's such a human move, and I'm like kicking myself in the head. Why didn't check this?
Yeah. No, definitely same. So it's
Yeah. Okay. So this is the current position. There's Maxime.
the head of Maxime.
we zoomed in the camera so that you get a better look to. Yeah, we're using the same source of Maxime Lagarde's camera. We just zoomed in so that we get to see Valerie. Okay, so how do you play? I think provoking h6 is reasonable.
Yeah. Because then also there's maybe a bit more weaknesses once black actually does go with f6.
Agent doesn't like it though. Okay. h6, and now what?
Well, now moving the death pawn is actual threat, yeah.
You have to move the queen, yeah?
Queen away, yes.
Let's say here. I think black's still going to play 5.
Yeah.
You have to... I think here is the principle. You have to take it. Otherwise, you say your king's attack, chances goodbye.
Yes,
it's not happening.
The rook is going to be kind of stupid on h6, h3.
Yeah, and rook f6 is a move, but also sometimes black can sacrifice the pawn. Yeah, and I'm not sure if you're like super interested to take it. Look at these monstrous bishops. Look at your weird pieces.
Maybe even like d4 pawn is going to fall soonish.
Yeah, that feels bad.
Yep.
This feels bad, and the bar basically confirms that.
It's a checkmate, almost. So.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you don't actually provoke h6.
Or what if you provoke it from the other side? Like, is queen c2... Like, I just want to provoke it, but not have to move my queen the next move.
And some knight f3.
Yeah, that was the plan.
And I'm still going to play f5.
Yep.
Or rook c8 or whatever, but let's say
I'm going to pretend I won one tempi.
Yeah, and I think this is a very common struggle of the French defense. Now we're in the realm of the French defense, where white has a beautiful outpost on e5, but this rook on h3 is so weird.
Yeah.
Like if this was on e1, I would just say what's better.
Yeah.
So knight e5, bishop g3, just a lot better. The bishop on e8 is not easily getting to g6. Also, if this bishop gets out, black is just better. So you have to watch out for this bishop. Like, get the bishop here. It's a monster.
Yeah.
So queen c2, you say? That's really interesting.
I would have ideally wanted to get the queen to d3, so do it in the order of knight f3 and then queen d3, but okay. I don't think in that order.
Can I do it like this?
Like that's... Yeah.
That's your idea?
Yeah. I want to get the queen to d3 because it's an improved position compared to the c3.
I'm still going to play f5.
Yeah, you have
or maybe
to.
f6, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter, yeah.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I still have to take.
Take.
Another issue is if I go queen d3, you're not obliged to go h6 anymore.
Yeah, but now the bishop is protected here.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
That's actually another reason why I think it does make sense to include queen h5, so that you could play bishop g6 easily. So there's a lot of nuances to think about. So f5, bishop f6, that's the thing. I think Engine says 0.46. I'm not the engine, but the evaluation bar. I'm not sure what it means.
Exactly.
But it's easy for black because f5 is pretty much against anything.
Yeah. I don't think I can actually prevent you going f5. I just have to make it so that it's the best outcome, what I can get out of it.
But what else? What else? Maybe... No, I was thinking maybe you ignore f5. Okay, I'm going to check the engine. Just a second, I give up. So, engine says knight f3. f5. Makes sense. Engine says take it.
Yeah, kind of have to.
Kind of have to. And engine says bishop f4. Allowing bishop g6. And knight e5. Allowing to activate the bishop. And I'll just play this position.
Okay.
So that's the top recommendation of the engine. Like, it's kind of human.
Yeah, it makes sense. But also, like, when you're trying to evaluate the position from the current one, then I wouldn't say, like, oh, okay, I count those moves, and then I'm going to say it's 0.9 for white.
No, nobody thinks like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that also for Anna here, it's quite difficult because if you go to this position, you kind of play rook h3 to start a king's attack.
Exactly, yeah.
And now you have to like adjust your mindset. Oh, wait, I'm going to control the e5 square. I get my outpost on e5 and the rook slides over to the queen side. It's not so easy. So I think you kind of want to go for this kingston attack.
Yeah.
And I think that her mind is not about how to occupy d5 square. Her mind is about how do I provoke h6 and exploit this h6.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so it's hard.
Especially because I think the rook h3 was the last move right now, right? So it's like
Exactly.
even have the idea, oh, I'm gonna go back in 2 moves is it's just hard to come up with it.
You know, Margaret, this is also one of my biggest flaws in chess. I can definitely say it openly, because one of the things I can never spot is if you go with a piece to one square, and like a couple of moves, you have to be back in the same square. It just, my mind doesn't work like this. Yeah, I always look for straightforward chess. Improve. And this is how engine typically goes. You go there, you go back, 2 moves, no progress, and somehow it's good for you. Yeah, I don't function.
I think this is very, very normal.
It's pretty common.
Like you, especially if there's like the patterns that you're like, oh, I'm going this with the idea to go forward, then.
No, but I mean, for the top players, they're like really used to this. They think like engines. They're very common, like super open-minded.
Yeah.
Whatever. But for me, it doesn't work like this. All right. So this is the position. Looks pretty fun. According to an engine, white is slightly better. I wouldn't really read too much into this because right now she has spent already great amount of time. Like at least 10 minutes. She spent like half an hour for the last couple of moves. Anna is not sure how to continue. And what she's thinking. Let's move on to the next board.
Yeah. So on third board, we have a grandmaster from China, Zheng Xiongsheng, playing against Rudolf Messen from Belgium. I think we should have that camera as well, so we can hopefully see how they look like and what their thinking faces are. If it loads.
Okay. Where's the low? Okay, there you go.
It just needed some time.
There he is.
So the Chinese grandmaster is playing with white, so he's the one on the right. Yeah?
On the right.
Yep.
Okay. We saw him playing yesterday, also, obviously, being one of the favorites. He came here with some students. The player with black, I think I remember another player with the same name. Could be father and son, possibly. Or maybe I'm mixing up.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe I mixed up.
He came here alone, so.
Okay.
And this is his first time playing here.
All right, maybe I mixed up. There was, I think, another Belgian.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of Belgians, which is interesting.
But not even with the last name, the same last name, no?
No.
I mixed up, yeah?
I think so, yes. I think you're thinking of the guy who was playing.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking about. Well, probably
Martens Martin.
Okay, so it's kind of similar. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So they're not related.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what do we make of this position?
Well,
the first thing I'm thinking, there's some Petrosian sacrificing.
Yes.
Rook d4. Black is probably worse because of
pawn structure. Yes, it's weaker.
But all the other pieces done pretty great.
Yeah.
Rook d4, like this was basically one of the biggest contributions of the formidable champion Tigran Petrosian, who lived in the 60s and 70s. Not the current Tigran Petrosian, because not to be mixed up. There's two Tigran Petrosians. Both of them are Gromsters. Both of them come from Armenia.
Yep.
So not the one who played a couple of legendary games. So the formidable champion basically made his career by making quite a few famous exchange sacrifices with this rook d4. That's why immediately, as soon as I see some rook d4, kind of rings a bell. But apart from that, I think white is probably a tiny bit better. Do we go back?
Yeah, let's see how they got here.
Okay. All right. 20 moves already made. The red d switching to d4, c4.
Okay, so now we have some King's Indian.
This is not the main line.
Yeah.
Do you play King's Indian?
With white, yes.
With white?
Yep.
Is black supposed to play like this?
I mean, the bishop g4 is definitely not any of the top moves. So. I know there are like ideas to do that. And I probably checked them at some point, but...
The big idea is to fight for the d4
yeah, exactly,
square.
yes.
So it kind of makes sense. Takes immediately, plays e5. Yeah, this, by the way, is pretty smart because you
Mhm.
would think, oh, I'm gonna ruin the castle. Takes, haha. But somehow this always is pretty good for black because even if you spoil the king's safety,
Yeah.
c6, king c7, there's as they say, a gigantic broccoli between your front teeth. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a big call, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not great. Well, doesn't look good. That's why typically white doesn't do this, even though Angel likes it for white.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's actually surprising because usually all those queen like exchanges in the King's Indian are like it's equal.
You
It's
know,
0.0.
I before this tournament I was in Biel doing
Mm.
commentary for Bielsa's festival. And I had a pleasure to do a small interview with Alexandra Kostanyuk, also
Mhm.
chess queen. And she said this very nice thing about us, the I'm afraid to call it the older generation, but like not the Gen Z, but the previous generation born in the 1980s, 1990s.
Mhm.
So we are still quite having a lot of dogmatic thinking.
Mhm.
Like we assume a lot of things because we read some books, like some older books published like this that would say you never do this because
Yeah.
there's a hole on d4, etc. And white is worse, etc. But you switch on the engine, and engine says all of this is good. Yeah,
Mhm.
so the current younger generation they don't have this dogmatic thinking very
Yeah.
often. They're just purely engine lines, engine lines. So it's very interesting. Anyway, d5 happened.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, h5. And white is keeping the king in the center.
Maybe I got a little bit scared of black's h5 and actually trying to create some sort of an attack.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't look like white is creating an attack right now on the king side, so.
yeah, what is... Oh, c5. No, I think this is like a common mistake. You are not supposed to close the queen side like this. And white took it. Because, like, okay, it's a very, very big discussion here, but typically black wants to play at the king side. Black wants to play some sort of an f5, and white typically before c5, white wants to play before c5.
Yep.
That's like the common understanding of the kings in defense, but as you can see, this is some unique position. Engine mark c5 is a mistake. D-Rex on c6 also is a mistake. But we get to this position. What is this position?
Also, black voluntarily wanted to change the
Yeah,
knights and ruin the pawn structure.
Yeah, that's quite a committal choice,
Yeah.
don't you think?
No, I agree. Yeah.
I would have thought that you want to play something like c5, knight f8, knight e6, knight e4.
At least ideally, yeah.
Ideally, but maybe he's not in time. I don't like this knight c5. I understand why he did this, but there's so many weaknesses. For him.
Especially, yeah, surprising. Rook d8 was a question mark as well. Like,
Yeah.
putting the rook in the open file. Attacking the queen.
Okay, yeah, these are some weirdnesses by the
Yeah.
engine. But look at this. Black decided not to play rook d4.
Yep.
Takes.
Yeah, with the c pawn, I assume, yeah.
Maybe there's just nothing, yeah, like c5. Bishop c4, b4. You give up the exchange for what again?
True. True. Yeah, white's like queenside pawns they're not stacked, so.
I think he would go for this if he could get something like this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like you're having an exchange, put the knight on b4.
Yeah.
Protect the pass pawn, full compensation. Probably not more
really
than
nice.
that. But
yeah.
this looks pretty nice. But he could not do this. He definitely was thinking about exchange sacrifice, but he played knight e7, bishop g2, and both players right now are trying to improve their position.
And this is the current one, yeah?
Yeah. It looks like it. Is the camera feed working or they're sitting really still?
It should be working. I can check, but
yeah, because the one thing you never know, yeah? Sometimes...
Yeah.
No, it's definitely stuck. Doesn't look like it. Let me try to refresh it.
Yeah, maybe just do some refreshing.
All right. So we have access to the top 4 cameras. No, this is the signal. this incoming. Because I also see Thomas Larouche's in the background sitting
Yeah.
in the same pose. No. Okay.
Maybe it's stuck for a bit, yeah.
Stuck for a bit.
But at least we see how he looks like.
Yeah, so he's thinking about this. And white wants to get the bishop at h3.
Yeah.
And give this bishop a new purpose. Otherwise, it's stuck looking at the pawn on e4.
Mm-hmm.
Black wants to get 98, 96, 94. But I have a feeling that black is not going to be in time. Because if you do this, what about just take?
Okay, things are hanging a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Mm.
Not so simple. Maybe you can...
And there's, yeah, I have to sacrifice one of them, so probably this one. If I go back, yep.
Maybe it's still good. But a pawn is a pawn. Might get you a lot of activity for it.
I'm gonna try to claim that the bishop on a5 is not doing too much right now. I have some squares, exactly.
That's a good claim. So maybe not b4.
Yeah.
There could be...
Are you kidding? Oh, and queen b2. Yep.
Queen b2. Still some issues, and if you give up 2 pawns, could be a bit too much.
Yeah, even if it's like opposite color bishops, we're very far away from any kind of full endgame. So
yeah, it's probably not good. So well, but then it's a problem. Okay, maybe he can give up the pawn with like a4, assuming white accepts it, because white doesn't have to accept. White can play b4 and now play knight f8 and basically claim that this pawn is going nowhere. But even here, 96 is not happening here because the pawn is under attack and you don't want to put the bishop back on g7.
True.
Maybe
some rook
queen.
Rook b6 ideas as well with white.
What?
With white, I can go some maybe rook b6 at some point as well, yeah.
Or even maybe just trade the pieces, start push forward a pawn. You get the knight on d4, then what? Okay. So it seems that the tournament, one of the tournament favorites is doing really well here. I think we can check one more game.
Yep.
Maybe since we talked about Thomas Larouche's in the background.
Yes, let's see how he's doing.
Who's sitting really still. Let's see if he is moving. Or we have the feed missing. That's the thing with technology, you never know.
Sometimes it works and then it just randomly stops, yeah.
And the other times it doesn't, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. There, that's him. That's him. I literally zoomed in. Nah, I think it's stuck. But you can see Thomas. He's sitting there. Like yesterday, he had a thrilling game. He was playing against a youngster from Lithuania. He was objectively losing. And yeah, he managed ultimately to survive. So I think it's also, I don't know, like, how about you, Margaret? How would you treat it? You had this terrible round 1 game. And you feel like you escaped a certain bullet. Do you feel more confident in the second round? Or on the other hand, you feel shaky because...
You're like, oh, maybe this is my bad form and maybe that's that, right?
How do you feel?
That's the tricky part. It's like, okay, am I going to take it with like, I was lucky and then now I should use that luck? Or it's showing something about the form. I think with the first round, I wouldn't read too much into it. So the first round I can overcome. I don't think that, oh, now I'm in a bad form because... The first round is also always like a little bit different. You arrive, maybe your mind is still like not fully into the tournament. So I think then I would be like, okay, we just start again, and now the tournament actually kind of starts. But if this continues for a few more, like today as well, then I would get worried.
Okay, yeah. Well, from my own experience, as long as the results are good, I probably wouldn't really care.
Okay, yeah.
Too much. But I think that if this would happen, like in the opening stage, I wouldn't really read too much into this. But if I would win such a game when I'm objectively lost, but I won the game in the middle of the tournament against one of the direct competitors, I would definitely feel invincible at this stage. Because it's like giving you extra confidence. Nothing bad can happen to me. You know, like I'm playing badly and I'm still getting rewarded with this. And then you start to play well, and it kind of helps you.
Yeah.
So... we don't know what might be happening in Thomas's mind. He's definitely, the camera is definitely stuck here. We're going to fix it. after we are gonna go to the break. But this is the current position, and white is apparently a bit better. But I like how Camille Sarou from Switzerland, she's playing it very aggressively at a king side.
Mm-hmm. And this is what we were discussing yesterday as well, that this kind of should be the way to play against stronger opponents, not be scared of them, try to go attack their king, try to scare them as well.
Yeah. At least I see immediately some tactical ideas.
Yeah.
Like, wait, actually, she could have done it immediately. Here, I spotted this check.
Mm-hmm.
Super tempting. The mate.
Yes. Okay.
Ah, wait, there's bishop g4. It's not the mate yet. Yeah.
It's not a mate, but it still looks good, right?
It looks good. But the point of knight h3 is white plays king h1.
Yeah.
Plays f3. The knight on h3.
Yeah, have to go back, probably.
I mean, it kind of makes sense to continue it. There could be some.
I mean, the fork is the fork.
Oh, that's a fork. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I mean, probably he goes knight d3 instead of f3, I think.
Queen h4, knight d3. Rook f6. I don't know.
No, it is scary. Yeah,
Yeah, that's really scary. Yeah, and then I don't care. But it looks like so many pieces are attacking the white king. But she didn't go for this.
Mm-hmm.
She played f4. So this was some Dutch defense. No, wait, it wasn't even Dutch defense. So just to show you the opening phase. Yeah, I don't think we have the time anymore to go deeply in every opening. This was some bishop b4, Bogo Indian. Bogo Indian is getting really popular these days. Now it feels like some Dutch.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand. Now I understand.
Oh, but she spent a lot of time.
25 minutes
remaining. Yeah.
Remaining. Move 14. Another person, I think they should get some coffee.
Yes.
So here, by the way, in this spa resort, we are sitting on the first floor. This is a hotel spa, and the players have access to coffee, to some water.
Yeah.
It's a very nice location. There's a lot of spas. There's like the beach is like 200 meters
yes,
away.
Exactly.
Yeah, away from here. There's a lot of restaurants. I definitely can feel the vibe. And I remember how Parnu has changed over the past years. I can definitely tell, because when I was here like 20 years ago, it was completely different. The vibe was completely different. Yeah, and now it feels so nice.
Yeah, I think a lot of people come here for like summer vacations, just to like in the summer the city is completely full of both tourists but also Estonians.
I might do that after my summer working spree ends. I might go here to relax a bit.
Yes,
I had this idea already.
Yes, when you pick the nice weathers, then yeah, I think today also I know some people going to the beach who don't have to work.
Well, lucky them. So, but apparently white is better. I was thinking, can I take it?
Well, that's the first move you start calculating, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Takes, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you have to take because you have no other tricks.
I just want to play f3, just to close this, close for business. That's it. There's no more attack, no more knight h3. It looks a bit ugly, but the knight on g5 has no targets, and I just want to open up the position a bit, bring out the knight f2. Oh, it looks good. I have a feeling that Camille rushed a bit with this f4.
Yeah.
She wants to play aggressive, but it kind of feels the moment could have been chosen a bit better.
Yeah. Maybe she was just kind of afraid of her knight getting awkward to place, so she was like, okay,
this one, yeah?
Yeah, I'll do something
direct. But knight h3 was there.
Yeah.
That's the question. Did she see this or not? I don't know.
I think you see the move because, like, you're kind of looking at that direction. Right?
So once again, knight h3, king h1, queen h4, knight e3, rook f6. Yeah. Or maybe instead of knight e3, there was something better, like maybe bishop f3.
Because the queen protects f2.
Yeah, takes. But even this position, I would love to check it.
It's not that bad, yeah.
Yeah, but there could be some concrete issues.
Uh-uh.
Well, okay. Very creative play by the Swiss player. Apparently, Engine loves the position of the Lithuanian Grandmaster.
Yeah, and he took the pawn as well, so...
And he took it, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he took it. Engine Marxism is a very human choice. I think I would have played the same position, the same style myself. So, the viewers, we are going to go for a very short break and get some refreshments. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the coverage from the 7th Paul Keres Memorial here in Parnu, Estonia, celebrating the life and legacy of the Estonian chess legend Paul Keres. Don't go anywhere. See you in a moment, and see you in a bit. Welcome back, dear viewers. We are continuing our coverage from the Paul Keres Memorial here in Estonia, following the action of one of the most interesting events in the Baltic countries, celebrating the life and legacy of the Estonian chess legend Paul Keres. In case you missed who we are, I'm Grandmaster to Neiksans, together with Margaret All, the Women International Master, and we're here to provide you with some expert commentary.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe let's get back into it because a lot of action has been happening.
Yeah, so I think let's switch to this game, which I was showing during the break. Whoa, Neiksans on F2. That's the game Maxime Lagarde, the top seeded player, against Nikolai Platonovs, the young talent from Latvia.
Mm-hmm. And, well, we left it at a point where Maxime had to decide what he's going to do. He spent quite a bit of time, but I think he has woken up, yeah?
He has. Whoa.
Oh.
Okay. Wait.
This is a piece.
Wait. There's going to be some legendary checkmate, I presume. G-Dex and H3. Wait. Queen D3. I was even thinking, can I sacrifice something? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Queen D3. Queen D3. Queen D3. Please play Queen D3.
So
find a beautiful checkmate. Right there. Queen D3. Why to play and win? This is why you should do puzzles, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I found that.
Yes?
Yes.
Please.
Okay, so we start with knight f6.
Yes. Knight f6. Unfortunately, Queen b2 was played.
Oh.
Knight f6, G-Dex.
And now is the move. Everyone loves a good queen sacrifice.
Yes. Queen f8. Bishop h6, Queen g8, Rook e8, checkmate.
Right.
I've seen this variant from several angles. This is why immediately some kind of pattern recognition kicks in. But alas, it didn't happen because Black decided not to go this way. Queen x on b2, but it still has got to be completely winning. White has an extra piece. Yeah. Bishop c5 is there. So where's the win?
Well, I mean, in the end, you're just a piece up as well, right? So even if you don't do a direct checkmate, you should still be completely winning.
Rook b1 was played. Actually, I wanted to sacrifice the queen right here.
I know, that's very tempting, but this is...
Yes, like, it's almost a mate. It's a mate, except it's not.
Exactly. That's the thing. In good positions, if you don't see the very direct mate, probably shouldn't sacrifice a queen.
Yeah, doesn't work. Well, this is really great. So, yeah, after Rook b1, I think here Lagarde is completely crushing his opposition. And I think we have to step back. The last moves we missed was after e8.
Oh, but wait. The checkmate can still happen.
Sorry? Yeah.
The checkmate can still happen because the queen doesn't have good squares to go in the diagonal.
Same idea.
Yeah, so we might get our checkmate.
All right.
Maxime definitely has seen this. The queen took on a2 or something, I think, maybe. The queen took something. At least on the camera, he was taking something.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing there. I think the camera is actually lagging a bit behind.
Yeah, maybe.
The camera is a bit lagging. I think the camera is a bit at the knight h3.
Perfect.
Let me see if I can try to fix that and get the actual live feed.
But in this position, I hope that he's not gonna resign. Like if he plays like, I hope he's gonna actually play out the checkmate.
Okay, the camera feed is gone. Okay, let's go back to this one.
I'll try to see whether it exists.
Let me try to switch back. Would be really nice to see. No, he's still thinking.
Okay.
He's still thinking.
Yeah, it's working because the people in the back are moving. So
yeah. Okay, so you're right. Yeah, Queen A2. Queen A2, that's the only way to play. And now comes Knight F6, Queen F8, Bishop H6, Rook E8, checkmate.
Yes.
It's really beautiful. Yeah, I think this might be essentially the end of the game. So, question to you. Like, imagine this. You play with black.
Yeah.
Do you allow this? Or you spoil the combination? What do you do?
No, I think, I mean, because in this position already there's nothing else to do, so then I would allow it because But I think it depends on the kind of person that, because I have done some coaching and I've done some like other type of things, so I can like respect showing those things to other people as well. So it's
Yeah, you're a part of an art.
yeah.
I think I would love to allow my opponent to carry it out because, you know, then maybe somebody's going to post it on social media. That was this beautiful picture.
Yes,
Okay, you were on the
exactly.
receiving end, but you were still part of the
Yeah.
game. And I personally have been from both sides several times. And when I'm from the stronger side, and when my opponent does something else to ruin it and
Yeah.
just resigns, I'm
Yeah.
so angry. Like, for example, here, the worst thing you could do, for example, is to play Queen B1 and resign the next move.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why?
Exactly.
Why you do this? But we just could see Nikolai's reaching for Queen A2. We might see the combination
Yeah,
being played out.
He's gonna play at least one more move. And there is no other move on that diagonal.
Yeah.
He
Queen
plays,
C2.
but it's the same, yeah?
It's the same. Queen C2 is the
So
same.
how fast is knight f6 gonna come?
It's gonna come like in 5 seconds. Knight f6 is a move. It forces resignation.
Yes.
Boom! He's just gonna make sure. Am I not gonna miss anything? No. Aplanovs knows. He already knows. He's beat.
Yes.
Knight f6. There you go.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Double exclam, yeah.
Double exclam. I think you just play one more move, g takes and f6, so that everybody
And
sees the
allow the
combination.
queen sacrifice, exactly.
Yeah. Well, usually Maxime play this like he's kind of bored. Like, I'm doing these combinations before breakfast even.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful idea. And this is one of the reasons why competitive players are doing a lot of puzzles, so that they recognize these combinations real time. Quite an explosive start for one of the tournament favorites yesterday. He also won the game in a beautiful fashion very
had a
quickly.
convincing win, yes. Today also, I think if he was feeling kind of sleepy, then finishing the game in like 2 hours and a bit.
Or maybe just the coffee started to work right now. Yeah, like he just had off screen his cup of coffee.
Yeah. But that's great. He can go take a nap and come back for the evening game refreshed, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's already going to be quite a bit strong, like quite a strong opponent already with black, so probably.
Yeah. I think it's also the perfect stuff for you because when you have these double rounds, have a quick round.
Yeah.
You take a rest.
Yep.
It's perfect. But for Nikolai's, of course, everything is still ahead. He's a young, talented player.
Yeah.
Already rated 22
he
Hungary. Okay, he just
resigned,
resigns. Would have played it out, but okay, fine. He at least allowed knight f6.
Yep, exactly. We got one double exclam. Yeah.
I just wanted to check very quickly how the game proceeded after
so
knight g4.
G4 was played, right? So that's what we were discussing. He
Yeah.
took it.
D takes, rook e1. Knight g4 was a mistake. Oh, so he has some problems with piece coordination. Queen d4. Knight d4. Yeah, so white suddenly gets incredibly active here. The knight has no good way to retreat, so this is where black decided at least snatch a couple of pawns. Knight f2 allows black to take the bishop. Kind of makes sense, but the Frenchman was super accurate. Knight h3. And already, I think from afar, he simply saw this idea that knight f6 wins the game. And in case somebody just joined us, this is how you play a legendary game. Beautiful.
Yeah, but Maxime played a really good game, right?
Really good.
Was,
yeah.
Like, quite a few.
I would actually have to check what's the accuracy. I don't know where I can even check it here.
Under the moves, I think.
Under the moves.
Yep, exactly.
98.6% accuracy.
Yep.
This is how you play. Okay. Really
so
beautiful.
you win.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the other game. Anna Kubitska against Valerie Kazakowski.
Yep. So this was the position where Anna had to decide how and whether she's gonna, or she had to allow the f1 to move, but in which order would be the best. So both rooks are in weird places now. Black decided to put his rook as well to g6.
And knight d5. So this is the current position, and I think we left it here.
Yep, bishop e8 was the last one, and we were looking at different moves.
And the engine's recommendation was just to play like this.
Yep.
And Anna is a human being confirmed. She played queen h5, tried to create weakness.
Yep.
Super logical. Walked back. We
Okay.
talked about this line.
Exactly.
Takes, takes. Everything is so human. Queen f4, rook c8, and knight e5. Okay, there you go.
Okay, so we actually kind of left it our analysis basically
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah.
I think we did not even look at this any further. We're
we
just
looked at, rook f6, and it should be okay for black.
Yeah, but it is okay. But the time situation, 17 minutes, move 21.
Yeah.
That does look so good.
That's true. Maybe what Anna is trying to do is that at some point she might threaten with some repetition with the knight g4 or knight e5 if the rook stays on the 6th. So like, let's say, okay, the rook is hanging, right? If you go like to f6, I'll go, I don't know, queen e3 or something, and then I kind of want to threaten to repeat the position at some point.
Threaten with a draw.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. If you're playing against a lot stronger opponent, that's the little benefit you have, right? You know that the opponent is not going to go for the draw.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Like, and you know that your opponent is going to take some risks. Speaking about the position, I think White's dream setup is to keep the knight on e5 against the bad bishop on e8.
Yeah.
If I could somehow get these bishops, Dr. bishops get evaporated, then I think the black is slightly worse.
Yeah.
But the one thing, Margaret, I immediately noticed here. What about bishop g5 here?
Yep, that's the thing that we need to think about.
Yeah, there could be some problems with this bishop. It must be something very concrete.
The sacrifice is a bit too much, right?
Queen g5.
No, I wanted to take on g6, but that's
g6.
too much. I have no attack, and I am just... Yep.
Knight g6, I guess, is just bishop f4.
Yeah.
There's no legendary checkmate, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so after bishop g5, maybe queen g4?
So that you can't take the c1, really? The rook is somewhat pinned?
I guess. Takes and takes. It's an exchange.
Yep.
And there's queen e6.
That's...
Oh, there's probably like a checkmate also somewhere. Takes, bishop f7 is queen c8, knight e7. Nice. Yeah, and this is somehow a mate. Maybe not even a mate, just play knight e7.
Yeah, that's easier.
Okay, you can't do this. You can't take on c1. And if you can't take on c1, your entire king side is hanging. The rook on g6 is just under attack. So knight e5 was pretty smart.
Yeah. Okay, and Valerie actually answered to that.
Okay.
So we don't need to come up with that on our own.
Bishop d6. Pinning the knight.
But see, that's the thing. Now it might actually be like relevant if you go queen e3, then the rook is hanging, and if he goes back, then she might have that draw. No?
Where?
Knight g4.
Ah, this one.
Yes. See, I am looking for the perspective of a 2240 player.
I love it.
Who is playing against the almost
draw
2600
draw.
PM.
No, I mean, black, of course, can always just take it and play this position forever. Obstacle of bishops. By the way, the one thing I think is highly overrated is that obstacle of bishop positions are always draw.
Yeah.
From my perspective, nothing can be further from the truth. Like, obstacle of bishops can be so complicated. And the only moment when obstacle of bishop engines become a draw, if there are only bishops left on the board, you insert like one heavy piece, it completely changes things. So in case, dear viewers, you are a club level player, you think you're going to play against other player, go for obstacle of bishops, endgames, and get a draw, do not do that.
Yeah.
So, there's that. But queen e3 is a reasonable move, yeah?
Yeah. You want to step away?
You want to step away. Maybe you want to step away to better square, but there's no better square.
There's no better square, really, yeah.
You want to play like queen e2, bishop f4, ascertain the dominance of the dark squares. And this was your threat.
So-called.
No, it's a nice threat. And if you walk away, then you
take the pawn, and yeah, I'm not sure you can sack it exactly.
At h6. But actually, the thing that you mentioned, it's quite funny that you threaten with a draw. I think that this is one bonus that the lower rated players sometimes do not fully appreciate, is that they can bluff with the draw.
Yeah.
Very often. And I have done this at the pro level against like maybe not super significantly higher rated players, but nominally ELO favorites.
Yeah.
I'm bluffing with a draw. I don't want to draw, but I know they don't want to draw. Yeah, and I'm
know.
like, I'm kind of repeated position, like I kind of want to draw, but to be honest, I don't want to draw. And then they have to make a risk.
Yeah.
And maybe gamble a bit. So it is. I mean, chess is not a big surprise,
Yeah,
big psychological game.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. I love these psychological battles.
Yeah. And sometimes maybe you're repeating once or something, making the opponent become a bit more stressed that, oh, but I don't want to draw it. So
Yeah, you know, one of my absolute favorite parts is when you are kind of bluffing with a draw, like you repeat position once, and your opponent is, you can see he is gathering the willpower to agree to repetition. So he gathers the willpower, he spends like 20 minutes, and then you say no.
Yep.
You just love it. The pain. Why did I even think about this? Yeah, you just extract the time and just go for something else. Well, which position do you like more, white or black here?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I do like two bishops in general, but I don't think that those bishops can be fully appreciated right now. So I'm actually good with like white's position. I think I would maybe want the white's position.
Yeah, I think that it feels that black has no issues here whatsoever.
Yeah.
And Kazakowski, I think he feels very confident.
Sure.
He has more time on the clock, extra half an hour for this.
And that's true. That's a big factor, actually.
Yeah, I think it's quite big.
Yeah.
And so far, yeah, the yellow favorites in the tournament are faring really well. Also, I think that like you are one of the tournament favorites and you see your competitor winning very quickly, you don't want to see that because like even though you kind of try to think about your own games, you are kind of happy when your competition is struggling a bit. You see them losing points or playing very long games. This is a very good thing because they are your competition to win the event and you want to see them suffer a bit before they face you. So there's that.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we move on.
Yeah.
Watch me.
Yep, exactly. We checked that a little bit before. This was the weird position where some pawns were potentially being sacrificed. And we were fighting for the squares in the center. It's going to be a little bit complicated to count all the pawns right now.
Oh.
5. So essentially black is a pawn down, yeah?
Yeah, black is down something. I can see the Chinese grandmaster twirling this pawn. Do you know who is a grandmaster who can twirl the pieces?
Gelfand?
Gelfand, yeah, everybody knows this. Yeah, there. I mean, there's one true master, and that's Boris Gelfand. I mean, he does this like he can even twirl the queen.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
It is really impressive. I've seen it in like videos as well.
I have to inquire. How does he do this? You could literally see the Chinese grandmaster was trying to do the same thing, but only with a pawn.
Rook, yeah.
Or rook was it? No, I think
no. I was like rookie moves. Yeah,
Gelfand
would do it.
Rookie moves. Yeah. Okay. So what is this position? White has an extra pawn.
Yeah.
2 bishops. Shadow pawn structure for black on the king's side. This is not good. I think
black did it willingly though, because black went g5 probably at some point trying to break out his bishop. Because we had pawns on g6 and h4, right? And now those pawns are missing.
That's pretty logical. So let's step back.
Yep.
This is the current position. And we left it right here, which was 7 moves ago. Yeah, you're right. G5.
I think he realized he might be too slow with just maneuvering, so he wanted to do something concrete.
Okay, queen e2, exploiting the weaknesses.
Now the knight had to go back.
And there, this is how we drop the pawn. We saw this maneuver before.
Yeah.
Rook d8, bishop a5, collect the pawn. b4. Now this knight is not getting to d4. That's why white can afford to play b4. The bishop is shut out from the game, but black can't really exploit it. Queen f3, and yeah, black is running out of good moves. So he decided to play c6 on b4, and the Chinese player is thinking.
But now, what is he thinking about? Because I assume you have to take back. So is he thinking whether to take with the bishop or pawn? Because like automatically I would want to take with the pawn. to not ruin my pawn structure, but then I can understand maybe my bishop is not that happy.
Or maybe there's going to be some c5.
Yeah, concrete problems.
Yeah, I think that why I'm suggesting c5, it just follows some general logic. Is when you're suffering, you want to trade as many pawns as you can.
Yeah.
Trade, and ultimately, maybe you get to the same game where you have, let's say, a knight a rook versus a rook, a bishop, and a pawn. You give up the knight for the pawn, and you're reaching theoretically drawn endgame. So that's a principle. Like you want to trade as many pawns as you can. And maybe this is the reason why the Chinese grandmaster is thinking, because of course you can like take with the pawns, fix your pawn structure, but the bishop is out of the game. You also love c5, or you take with the bishop.
Okay, I might still go c5. Yep.
Still c5.
And then where are you putting your bishop?
That's actually a very good question.
A3 is hanging, so e1. Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah, it looks a bit weird, right?
It looks weird.
Even if I allowed the c5, the other variation, then at least like my bishop is not on e1. I'm not sure it's...
That's the kind of thing we also discussed yesterday. Like, I think mostly among Tata players, there's the feeling for harmony. Like, you want to, your position feel as a whole together, that every single piece is positioned perfectly. And sometimes it's very difficult to input it into words, but like, somehow this position feels a bit more harmonious than with the bishop on e1, the pawn's disconnected. All you need to do is take care of this bishop, push b5, and your position makes kind of sense.
Yep.
But there's c5, of course. And that's what is thinking about. So do I like this position? Because now you can't get the bishop easily into the game. Or maybe you do, actually. Maybe you...
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like bishop b6 and then c5, but...
give up the pawn.
Yeah. And then get it back, hopefully, but...
I guess it's suddenly very concrete.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to get any, like, actual race. And now it might, like, black has some counterplay with the pawn, so...
Not so clear, yeah?
Yeah.
And it's not even about obstacle of bishops. I mean, it's like you said, it's a race situation. Yeah. Black is pushing, you're pushing, your up opponent, the king side, doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you don't do this...
Like some queen c3, maybe?
Queen c3, I like this
now
move.
I'm threatening something, I think.
You defend the bishop, you want to play b5?
Yep.
That's a good move. Yeah, but you also might leave the king side a bit unattended. What about h4?
Okay, I will...
b5?
Yes. Continue my plan.
I will open up. Queen g3. Queen... Is there queen g3? Queen g3 is not h5.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Okay, I'll just take.
I don't know. The king is weak. Not so easy.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think what the Chinese grandmaster wants to do, he wants to solidify the king side and also create his pass pawn at the queen side. So maybe some quieter move, like bishop h3, bishop f5. There could be some issues still. Maybe take. So no, he played something else.
Yeah, which also looks very
Queen f5.
reasonable, actually. Although wait, this is... Oh, immediately queen f5.
Immediately queen f5 without taking.
Okay, because I thought, oh, he took and then go.
Yeah, he also thought a takes him before then queen f5.
Yeah,
no, but he did it immediately. Wow, that is a very deep move.
I mean, okay, I guess you probably do calculate rook a5, but I assume white is happy with that kind of a trade, because I will take on b4 or later, and it's...
This feels very easy,
exactly, yeah. And now my pawn actually does want to go forward. Your king is kind of weak.
The king is safe. Yeah, this feels like a progress.
Yeah.
But it's a bit mystery why including queen f5 instead of take. Maybe he wants to first provoke black to define his setup at the queen side, and then based on the results, he's going to take on b4 either with the bishop or the pawn.
Yeah, because it might be that if you're going to go somewhere with the knight... yeah, exactly. So now maybe I can take with the bishop, and you can't go c5 because then I take.
Oh.
Exactly.
That is smart. And the move order, it really matters, because let's say if we would play bishop b4, c5, and queen f5, But even this is okay.
It also looks good, but now it's maybe like some 90, 97 or something, which still looks fine. But okay,
And then you have to put your bishop to this
back
awkward
there.
square, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, but I agree. This also looks good. There's maybe rook a3. Okay, so now we understand. So this is a pretty smart move order.
Mm-hmm.
If you take with a5, take with g5, what is better? If you play knight g4, there's bishop b4, bishop c5. And finally, if you play knight d7, then maybe here you take with the pawn, actually. Or maybe even the same, bishop b4 is a thing. Here, and I thought like rook d1.
Oh, that's
Perhaps there's not a big difference, but it feels smart.
Mm-hmm.
25. And one thing I can tell from the professional's perspective, it's never random.
Mm.
It's never random. Like you would think, the move orders, the guys like tossing a coin or something. No, there's typically a very good reason.
Yeah.
And okay, sometimes there's these occasions when player he has two choices and he just makes one of them because it doesn't really matter. But very often, this particular move order, if you would ask him the opinion, he would explain you exactly why. And I think we figured out why.
I mean, the other thing might be that he's just giving black more options to go wrong the other way around, right? Like black can now go. Maybe he goes knight g4 because it looks like towards the spirit that he wanted to play.
Yeah, but then I think this looks really good for the tournament favorite. Rudolf Messen is down a pawn. His position is worse. I think he knows the fate is coming knocking. That white is probably going to win this. Yeah. Also, by the way, I see quite a big update in the game of Thomas Larouchas against Camille Deserou, so we go...
Let's go there, yeah.
Straight to that game.
A little bit. We left it at a point where Camille had made a kind of a mistake, and it looks like Larouchas has taken advantage of that.
All right. Nice. Let's see. There's this position.
Oh, a piece is missing. I was like, well, black has an attack and everything, but it's just there is no piece, yeah?
There is no piece.
And she has one pawn.
Okay, we just literally zoomed in. The same, by the way, camera, except here, pardon the resolution. That's the best we can do.
We can see their vibe, yes. Who is more
vibes.
The vibes, who is more
stressed. The vibes are good. Okay. So, but the piece is not here. The vibes are good, but the piece is not here. Yeah, so
probably Thomas's vibe is a little bit better.
A little bit. Also 4 minutes for black.
Yeah. So she probably sacked the piece but it's for only one pawn, so it means that if there is no checkmate, then she can basically resign, yeah?
Yeah, but I understand what she wants. Like, it's a great idea. She just play knight of 6. Let's say white is completely oblivious. It plays something like a4.
Yeah.
It could be this.
Whoa.
There could be. Like, the point is, if you take it, there's rook of 2.
Yeah.
Queen of 2. And it's actually a mate. So it's great.
Yeah.
But of course, white will never ever play a4, and knight of 6 signals at knight g4.
Yeah.
So Thomas most likely will play some solidifying move like knight g2.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense.
He can always take on f6 whenever he feels. Like knight g2, he's just going to check forcing moves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you check. Captures, checks, captures, checks, threats. That's the mantra, yeah?
Yep.
Knight g4, takes, checks, no checks, no queen sacrifice, I'm good.
Yeah.
So this is how it goes. This is how you never blunder. And we have to check what were the moves.
Because we left it at when the rook took f4.
Yeah.
She took it, and then f3 was played.
Very nice. Queen e7.
Oh, so it was not a sacrifice. She just kind of blundered it. Yep.
Oh. Yeah, now you have to defend these pieces. Rook f7, h4.
And the knight is trapped.
The knight is trapped. That's how you do it. So black got a bit ambitious. Okay, now comes knight h3 and queen h4, and you try to make something work, but there's nothing here.
Too late.
No, but I mean, I think she played a pretty good game until this moment.
Yeah,
this was good.
Yeah, we liked it.
Knight
there were threats and everything.
So queen h4 or something, but there was this issue with bishop f3.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, maybe that's the reason. Okay, maybe knight h3 is a bit too much, but maybe queen e7, Rook E8, knight f6. What would they play f3 anyway? It's a common idea. F3, knight e3, knight f4. It's just Camille tried to do it immediately, and it just backfired.
Concrete. Yeah.
Well, that's the current position. Thomas is locked in. What is he thinking about? Nah, he just plays knight g2.
Yeah, just double checking, I guess, because it would be really like maybe even embarrassing to just blunder some queen sacrifice at some point.
Yeah. I mean, tries to remain super focused because, you know, Margaret, I can definitely tell this from my experience. One of my biggest flaws. When I'm playing such positions, I lose all the interest.
Okay.
Yeah, like I know this, especially okay. Maybe this is like super obvious what's gonna win, but it's like one of my biggest flaws. I play a position and you can't do nothing. I just lose the interest. For me, the game is done.
Yeah.
That's it. I know it's done. It's finished. It's like a mathematical problem. I have solved it. Let's move on. But you gotta concentrate until the very end. Yeah, because very often this is also how I lose points. I know that many other players they lose points. You relax too early. You think the game is done. That's why also you can very often see the players are super focused until the very end because you know that this is when you are possibly the most vulnerable during the game. And yeah, Thomas, of course, he knows he's winning, but you don't want to rush because under your belt there's so many painful losses.
Exactly.
Blunders.
Everyone has experienced those, so it's like he definitely also has rushed.
In
his career. So
Queen h5, plenty of time.
Yeah, he has 38 minutes. So
yeah. Well, what's the fastest way to wrap up this game? Trade pieces? Even though knight g4 is not a problem, yeah?
Yeah, I think no, it's not even a threat.
Maybe you get the queen. Some queen f4. Cannot be a mistake. Queen g3 something. Protect the king.
Yeah.
Maybe queen h4. Queen h4 is the threat in some lines. I think I would just play queen f4 here. Again, just to make sure I'm not blundering some discovered attacks. It looks a bit scary. Yeah, but it's very easy. Knight e4 is queen g4. Knight g4 is queen g4. And knight e5 is at least queen g4. So I'm very safe.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to play queen f4 here. So Thomas is going to spend here like 2 minutes just to make sure there's no dangerous jumps. Or maybe he's just going to go for bishop f6. But this bishop on f2 looks, on b2 looks so good, yeah?
Yeah. And he can also do it. Basically the next move or whenever he kind of wants.
Okay. So LaRussia's is looking really good. We could maybe check another game.
Yeah.
But for these, we are not going to have a camera feed.
Yep.
So perhaps the board 5, board 6? I'll leave it up to you, Margaret. Maybe you spot somebody interesting.
Well, yeah, maybe let's go to board 5 because we have one of the Chinese girls playing there against Toivo Keininen.
All right. So let's select this. I think I'm also going to change the camera.
Maybe for the overview. Or
let's put the overview. It's somewhere there to the right. Yeah, this is the overview camera of the playing venue. You see this blue banner to the right. This is where the top, how many boards? Top boards, 8, 9? 10?
We have 10 live boards.
10 boards, yeah. So this is where they're separated from everybody. And somewhere there, we unfortunately cannot zoom in even further. Toivo Keininen is playing. I have a question. When Toivo finally will become a Grandmaster?
I think this is the question that everybody is wondering for years now.
It's unbelievable.
I'm not sure how many norms he has, but like, I mean, it's like, of course, he, in some tournaments, he plays definitely on the level of a Grandmaster. I think he's an amazing Blitz player, probably in the, I think maybe top 100 in the world. So it might be like one of the strongest IMs, at least in the Blitz.
Yeah, and he's also a speed demon online. Like,
yeah,
I know he plays it really a lot. His rating probably is like 3,200 or something online. And he's usually, I mean, I have played against Toivo so many times, of course, over the board. He's super fast over the board. But in classical chess, for some reason, he cannot quite get to this title. Maybe here.
Maybe. I would
have to ask, how many norms does he have?
That's the thing. Because I know quite a few tournaments where he's like almost gotten the norm or like something goes very unfortunately and he doesn't. But like, I'm sure he must have at least a few norms. So.
Okay, and now he's playing against Yunshin Shao. I hope I pronounced the name correctly, from China. One of the students of the Chinese Grandmaster.
I
Yeah?
think so, yes. At
Okay.
least they all came together, so.
All right. That's pretty logical. So what do we see here? Wow, black is doing really great.
Yeah, black's bishops are kind of looking at the king's direction, but also black just has a lot more space. So. The b3 pawn for black is right now is still a strength. It's not the weakness. At some point, you have to be a little bit careful that it's not gonna drop off. But
91. I don't like this move.
I guess she wants to maneuver something to like knight d3 or exchange the light square bishops. I think that also makes sense. Yeah.
Well, I was taught the principle: never retract well-positioned pieces.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, the knight on f3 doesn't do anything, but if I have a choice, why don't I go forward?
That's true.
Like, I don't know.
Or even to e5 if you want
E5
to
or
change the
D4.
bishops, yes.
91. It cannot be good. It's just the point is that why not 91? Because it's very passive. It doesn't control anything. It's also one of the worst squares you can put your pieces, because the thing about the knights, the one thing we know that it controls 8 squares, typically, if it's positioned really well. When you put it on e1, now it's just 4. It's just 4 squares.
That's one of the main things that, like, if I'm teaching some of my students, I'm like, okay, just count the squares, and then you can understand why you should not put your knights on the side or in the corner, especially. So.
Yeah, and Toivo is playing this opening pretty well. This was some sort of a Catalan, as far as I can tell. Okay, I don't think we're gonna go back to the opening phase anymore. Pieces standing really great, beautiful bishops, the knight, the queen attacks the pawn. The pawn on b3, as you said, Margaret, restricts white's pieces.
Yeah.
But you still need to make a progress.
Yeah.
Which is bishop b7, apparently.
I guess maybe he just wants to keep the pieces on the board. Also, might have some threats with maybe 94 himself. 94, 92 is kind of a trapped rook at some point as well. So you need to deal with that.
And he also opened up the path for the rook, potentially. And why not 94 immediately, by the way?
I mean, it also looked good. This was like the...
It looked a bit more natural than bishop e7. Like, you want to win the exchange.
Okay, maybe he was thinking now knight d3 then, yes.
Yeah.
Win the tempi, he has
to
go back. Yep.
But okay, maybe it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
I would have thought 94 was a bit more natural, but ultimately bishop e7 is not a bad move.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you fix your problems if you're white?
Well,
that sounded like a psychological question.
Yes.
Let's talk about your problems.
Well, the problem is the knight that just got there, so...
Yeah, now we're going to try to fix a problem that we just created.
Exactly.
Sounds so familiar. Well,
I mean, I guess you're kind of thinking about two moves, whether you go knight d3 or you go bishop f3. You have to do something. You have to try to exchange some of the stuff.
Okay. So maybe bishop e7 is defense move against bishop f3, because if you do this, I have rook c4.
What?
It's a pawn.
Yeah. Okay, the rook c4 move I missed, so...
So maybe that's why this bishop e7 was purely a reaction move against bishop f3, even though knight e4 looked just a bit more natural.
Yes, so he was just trying to play it maybe smart, kind of.
Oh, it is smart.
Yeah.
It is smart. Also, there could be some potential rook c2 ideas. Maybe not immediately, because I think the principle is you never gamble or complicate things in a very good position. No funny stuff.
Yep.
So there's no need for the exchange sacrifice here. Okay. What else we can do with white?
Well, if bishop f3 doesn't work, then, I mean, was my knight, I guess? Knight d3? Try to...
Same problem, I think. Same issue.
So yeah, I blocked the thing.
Actually, yeah, bishop e7 is smart, but like specifically against move 91.
Yeah.
It's very annoying.
Bishop e5, bishop c3.
Yeah, bishop e5, I have a feeling your bishop will be loose. Some bishop g2 stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking, and...
wait.
Yep. Not sure about anything.
I think we can calculate this like in 5 seconds. No.
Yeah. Yep.
Or you had something else?
But bishop c3 doesn't work as well, right? So.
Oh, this one.
Yep, because.
Rook c3.
Yep.
And take.
So then that's an issue. You have 5 minutes remaining, and the obvious moves are not working.
Go back, but now there's going to be rook c2.
Yeah.
And you want to force things, and you can't.
Yeah.
So maybe you have to give up the pawn then. Like set that pawn in a4 is gone. Play bishop f3, rook c4, because there could be far more worse things happening to you than losing the pawn.
Yeah.
Play maybe queen b1, improve the pieces, take it. Okay, takes, and at least you get this position. Okay, you're down a pawn, but at least all of your pieces are kind of working.
Yeah.
Not great, but what to do?
Yeah. No, it still looks sad.
It looks sad, I agree. Well, the one thing I learned, it's very difficult to give good advice in a bad position.
Right.
Yeah, I'm this 91.
Because you want at least some type of counterplay, but black has no weaknesses. You can't even try to attack. There is no kingside attack ever possible. There is, yeah.
Only weaknesses are that white has. The more I'm looking at it, the more I like bishop e7. I was initially thinking 94 is looking a bit more concrete, but I understand what I was thinking about, and it's a very concrete solution to white's next moves. Looks strong enough.
Yeah.
So she looks good. Where do we take it from here? Which next game we want to check?
Yeah, that's the question. Do we want to go back and see if something big has happened?
We could do that.
Or...
We could do that. Top boards, yeah?
Yeah.
Anna Kubitska. Actually, I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly, so I really, really apologize. Because I think in Polish the C is a silent letter. So I'm not entirely sure. I think so. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure as well.
So it's not on purpose.
Yeah.
Just my lack of Polish language knowledge.
Okay, and this one we have the camera as well, so we will get them on the board. Okay, so they did get to the opposite colored. See? She was playing with threatening the draw, and Valery did not want to draw. So he did take on e5.
Okay. Yeah, but this is a pretty weird position. Okay, there's rook c4, something very concrete, because I am trying to figure out what is this guy doing here?
Yeah.
How do you get it to the game? Because if I get to play, okay, now the queen is under attack, I get that.
Yep.
But if I get to play something like h4 and maybe f3, how do you get it to the game at all? You're just stuck.
Sure. This thing, you don't even maybe have to win it, but it's just like you're keeping it being stuck.
But this rook c4 is a nice maneuver.
Yeah.
I really like it. So if you take it, I think the black's gonna to open up the queen, open up the here.
Okay, I'm not losing anything, but
let's threaten with a draw. Even though we kind of don't want to trade it, but it's closer to this obstacle bishop.
Exactly.
Drawing
there is no like checkmating ideas anymore, because obstacle bishops with queens can be really dangerous if the kings are weak. But at least right now, white's king is feeling good.
I don't see black winning this.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you win this?
Yep.
Because like, you play a5. Let's say I play whatever f3, a5, a3. How on earth do you make a progress?
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's very difficult. So like you have to play some queen b6, b4, takes, c3, sack the pawn, play b3, and there's probably going to be some perpetual already along the way.
Yeah. Okay, she did take it.
Okay. No, but then it's going to be really difficult for Kazakowski to win this.
And I assume you're taking with the d pawn, right? Or is there some logic to try to take with the b pawn and try to claim that you have a center?
That's actually the one thing I just noticed, that maybe not d takes on c6, but b takes on c6 to play d4. And again, I'm going to threaten with a draw.
Yeah.
I don't think that white can here be ambitious. Or are you ambitious? Maybe play against this rook?
But the thing is, where are you putting your rook? Because b7 is not very stable square. I have like...
I don't know.
Okay, bishop c6 doesn't work, but...
Yeah, I mean, maybe it even works, king h7. But yeah, you're right, there's this square.
There's an issue, yeah. So, but everything is covered, so it's not like you're threatening anything as well.
I think it's all about the mindset.
Okay, he took with the deep pawn.
Yeah, okay, he takes with the pawn. Are you ambitious to play for a draw? So we never know
Yeah.
what the players are thinking, and
Yep.
at d on c6, I think that white needs to answer this immediately.
Because now it's also her choice. She doesn't need to, yeah.
Yeah, you could also play rook
Rook
h3.
a3, right.
But somehow, I'm looking at this and I don't even have the slightest illusions that I'm playing for the win here. Because black is having a very healthy position.
Yeah.
Okay, the rook on g6 is kind of misplaced. But am I
True.
really gonna outplay my opponent here, having a pawn minority at the queen side? My extra pawn at the king side doesn't matter?
Yeah. No, I think, I mean, with the time situation as well, like, she probably would be really okay with the draws, so.
Yeah. And Valerie's thinking, oh no.
No, he took with the deep pawn.
Yeah, he's
so
thinking,
now
oh no, what do I do after rook
yeah,
g3?
yeah.
What do I do? What do I do?
Okay, I mean, you don't technically have to take, right? But
You don't, yeah. How about I sacrifice a pawn? I had a silly idea.
okay, I mean, I take it then.
This is what I want to do. I don't want to take on g3 to fix your back rank issues. That's the reason why I
Yes.
get attention.
I'm trying to create you some back rank issues as well. Like, I wanted to go queen d4, but the issue is that you get to checkmate me first.
Take?
Yes. And now I need to deal with the checkmate first. I don't have time for, like, queen d8.
Yeah, queen d8. I'm gonna be a bit faster.
Yep.
Do you want to play maybe c4?
Sack back.
Yeah, just to block it.
Yeah, now just claim we're trading the rooks and then I'm not losing this, probably.
This is gonna be really hard to lose this.
Yeah.
But maybe this is still something the black can play for a very long time. Outside pass pawn, but the queens are off the board. There's nothing to do here.
Yeah.
But by the way, this is one of those positions. You know, we kind of talked about this. Rook g3, by the way, was played. We talked about this earlier in the coverage today. That obstacle bishops, they tend to be overrated in terms of the drawish tendencies. But also for white, it's very simple to play this setup.
Yeah.
And I think that for Kazakowski, this is going to be a long game. Like I don't see him immediately making any progress. Does he play some b4 here?
Yeah, maybe you try to go immediately, then you threatened something with c3 already.
Yeah, you can't take it. The bishop is under attack. You can't take it. There's going to be back rank. So we get the rooks off the board.
Yep.
And make a window for the king. Like
yes.
h3 something.
h3 probably is the
or h4, I don't know.
Okay, and now you actually have a problem. You have to protect your things. I don't have an immediate repetition. Like, I can't sack my bishop, but...
This actually looks a bit unpleasant to white, yeah?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Like, I don't think I can force things with a3. This is where we are going to get this. c3,
yep.
and either b8, or actually I was thinking like b3
Yeah,
looks
b3.
like a monstrous idea.
Yep. I mean, this might be just winning them.
Yeah. So you can't force things. But other than that, maybe black just cannot make any progress. Let's say I just play some king h2, bishop e3, queen d4. How do you beat me? It's going to be really hard. And yeah, by the way, b4 was played.
Yep.
It was played. It's a good choice by Valerie, but I think he also suspects that it's going to be really hard for him to win this. c3 and some a3. How do you win this? Queen d4. Okay, you had the pawn on c2. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a very long game.
Yeah.
So keep the queens on the board. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Get the time advantage up as well. So
white gets the queens off the board. It's going to be textbook draw.
Yep.
But with the queens on the board, I wouldn't be surprised we would get something like this with the pawn on c2. Yep. Black's going to somehow try to maneuver a million years, get the king somewhere here, and maybe win. But
yeah,
it's going to be for a while.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Where do we go?
think we can still check one more game.
Yep.
So this is the time scramble is approaching. We want to be around for that. Maybe board number 3.
Yeah, let's check that and then
make
because it looked
a hydration break.
Exactly. It looked really good for the Chinese Grandmaster here.
Okay.
Okay, now the bar goes back up. I'm confused for a second. Oh, so they actually did go for that exchange of pieces. So he did take rook a5, yeah? Right, at least it looks like they... What?
What? Something is hanging. 94, rook d6 is 95, bishop b4 is queen d1. But wait a second, there's so many pieces hanging. Just queen f5? Wait, some queen move. This cannot work.
Yeah.
There's many good moves. Queen f5, knight d2 maybe. Just a second, what is this?
I mean, even then you can probably take bishop h5. It's not even like you're anything... Okay, you're pawn down, but... Yeah, and I think...
Feels like, yeah, white should have a...
gonna survive.
Yeah, way to win this. How about queen c1 is rook d3. I'm thinking how to also exploit this rook here. Queen c1, okay. Rook d3 doesn't work immediately.
Yep.
Just queen h5, yeah?
Okay, keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Now the queen is still hanging. And you might actually get checkmated at some point.
Knight e2 is bishop d5.
Yep.
That's an attack. That's an attack. That's a problem. There's checkmate. No, this is over.
Okay,
This is over. So actually the last move, knight e4, was a mistake, already in a difficult position. I mean, this is how it goes. Your position is difficult. You are bound to make more mistakes. These are potential weaknesses. The king is weak. Bishop takes on h5 is a problem. So you kind of try to go for tricks.
A little bit, yes.
But wait, what about rook d3? Ah, rook d3, you just drop material.
Yeah.
Take, check here. Adios, amigos.
Yep.
Knight e2 is bishop d5.
Probably, yeah.
Disconnecting the queen.
Yep.
Collecting the knight.
And I mean, cool. Nah.
The knight is under attack.
Yeah.
The queen is under attack. The only real way is to play queen c6, which probably is a mate. Some check. Some check. And probably the simplest one is
yeah, that's the easiest. Yep, and then on d6, the rook.
Somehow there's a mate.
There has to be a mate.
I mean, at least I can take the queen.
Yep.
If I find no mate, yeah. Okay.
Backup.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna do this. He also got up from the board. So queen takes on h5. The FIDE master from Belgium is gonna suffer defeat by the loss of the Chinese Grandmaster. Nothing he can do about it. And do we have any other updates? I do see one of the tournament favorites, board number 8, Jakob Templengrave, defeating Paulos Juknis with the white color. But apart from that, of course, also Maxime Lagarde earlier won his game against the young and talented player from Latvia, Nikolais Platonovs. Beautiful queen sack, in case somebody missed it. So go replay it. But I think we are going to make another short break, the viewers, and maybe let's keep this game running in the background.
Yep.
And
we'll be back for the time troubles. Yeah?
All right. Okay. So don't go anywhere. See you after the break. Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back live from Parnu in Estonia, giving you the coverage from the 7th Paul Keres Memorial here, celebrating the life and legacy of the arguably the greatest chess player coming from Estonia. Margaret and me, I'm Arturs. We are your hosts for the event, and I just heard that there's quite a big of event happened on board number 2. Apparently, somebody won on time.
Yep, it looks like Valery Kazakowski, he won on time. Because we were discussing that position, we were like, okay, he's gonna probably try to push, but she just lagged.
Queen b1. So let's go straight to that position.
Yeah.
And oh, sorry. So here, right here.
Yep. Here she flagged.
Oh wow. No, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Move 31, losing on time. So the last move, Queen b1, I would imagine.
It was like asking questions.
Yeah, a3. I think this is the idea. a3. There's gonna be c3, bx, and b3.
Yep, exactly.
Or bx and a3, whatever. Yeah. So this looks really powerful.
I think what they were discussing was she wanted to go Queen b6.
Here.
Yeah. But it might also not work, and maybe that's why she kind of lost on time. She was like, this doesn't work, my pawns are hanging. What do I do? Oh no, time.
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you just take it. Queen e6, king h7. Okay, apparently not, but this still feels very complicated.
Yeah. It got a lot more complicated than...
Yeah, they were just briefly discussing the position.
Yeah.
So how do you actually deal with this? The pawn is under attack.
Yeah.
Oh. What? Wow, it's the only move for white actually here to stay alive. Queen d4.
Okay, so you sack the pawn basically. Takes.
Oh yeah, bishop h6. Oh yeah.
Okay, but that's the thing. Like, if you are looking for those kind of things, you might find it, but not with 30 seconds, really.
And this is a perpetual.
Yes. Because there's
well,
the queen f6 check.
There's always queen f6.
Yep.
Actually, black has to be a bit careful. Yeah, you don't blunder the bishop. So, I mean, after bishop h6, of course, black can still continue with, for example, queen a4, bishop e3, and something like queen b5. But because of the exposed king,
no, there is a perpetual.
There's going to be perpetual. I mean, okay, the game definitely would have continued. So Kazakowski managed to pause. The Polish play a lot of unpleasant questions and time scrambled. She panicked. She lost on time, but
it was not that easy anymore.
Not that easy.
If queen d4 and that idea is the only idea, then like with 30 seconds, it's definitely complicated.
I mean, you have to have a bit more time to spot this.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you have 5 minutes, maybe you're gonna get there, but
right. Also, just to give you an update, board number 3 has finished. We saw this during the break. The Chinese Grandmaster Zheng Zhongsheng defeated Rudolf Messing.
I think board number 4 also finished.
And board number 4, Thomas Larouchas defeated Camille Deserou.
Yep. So the top 4 boards.
So we have to go someplace else.
Yep. So
board something.
Let me see. Because before we checked the game of Toivo Keinonen, and this looked really nice for him. Yeah, no, we don't have the cameras for the...
Yeah, this is the top board. Let me select the overview.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so the question is whether we go back to the one that we've already seen, or we have still quite a few to see.
Yeah, I think we can do whatever. We're the bosses here.
Okay, let's see the... Okay, maybe let's just... Oh, I see on board 6 at least the eval bar is not liking the GM.
Okay, Krzysztof Jakubowski. Let's go here because he has...
Is it actually at that bad of a position, or is it just...
It's just some chaotic position.
Whoa.
What is this? What is this?
I think it's good we got here.
First, let me try to understand what's happening here.
Again, counting the pieces is a bit complicated.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
So white is an exchange up.
An exchange up.
Yep. But the king is a bit questionable. Black's king is a little questionable as well, but at least it's even if it's trapped, it's not getting checkmated.
No, but there's quite a big difference in terms of the king's safety.
Exactly.
I mean, like you can give checks, and
Yep.
wait. I just want to see the opening.
Yeah, just
without
quickly. Okay, so
deep analysis.
Open Sicilian. Oh. Okay.
Looks pretty normal.
Mm.
White gains space. H4.
So he was hoping that he's gonna get a quick game. Just gonna checkmate the weaker opponent.
Oh, so you play G4, G5, H4, and castle short. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Looks very interesting.
Oh, it still looks okay. Yeah.
Okay, if the knight retreats, there's knight e5.
Yep.
Here we go. Here we go. Should be it's super unclear.
Yeah, now you're seeing some dangers.
Okay, all of this is perfectly understandable. Now you want to capitalize on your advantages.
Yeah.
Black keeps the position complex.
Whoa.
Why this would be a mistake, I don't know. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. And things just went out of control for white.
Yeah.
You won the exchange. Black took an f4. Okay, now at least we know how they got there.
They got that, yeah.
No, but this looks so dangerous for Krzysztof.
I mean, okay, there's also the issue that what are you doing with your d7 knight? Because it is also trapped. I understand I can't take it immediately, the bishop is protecting, but like this knight is not
Is
going
this
anywhere.
what worries you?
No, I mean if I'm not that's the thing, like if I'm not getting checkmating.
I'll be help. Like the king is so naked here.
That's what it was like. The knight can't even come back to protect, so I only have the queen that is protecting my poor king.
What do you do? Okay, like maybe try to somehow shelter the king, get more pieces to defend.
Yeah, but you can't go bishop g2. You can.
Knight e2.
Yeah, that's maybe.
Can I do this? Have some illusion I'm defending it.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's at least knight h2, knight f3.
Oh, yeah.
So Black could actually repeat this because he's in the time scrum. But wait, he's winning a queen. No? No, maybe he's not. Because this is winning a queen?
Yep.
And if I go here, you're winning the queen anyway.
Oh.
That's a pin.
Yeah.
So it's an actual threat to win the queen. Right here. You want to win the queen on the spot.
Yes. And
So,
without the knight on e2, it's even worse because you can't even go to e5 as well.
yeah, but what do you do then? Then, if that's a threat, maybe you sell the queen for some favorable trades, but this is going to be the same.
Now you're losing your knight as well.
Yeah, that's a problem. So it's not the bishop move.
Yeah.
It's not the knight move. It's not the knight move. Maybe it's rook b4.
Yeah.
Just try to deflect. Okay, I'm gonna take it. So what?
It might even be that you don't need to take it then. But after rook
It's just
b4, you can
dead lost.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. He's just dead
Yeah,
lost here because I don't see like whatever happened before. So Michael Blaze from Belgium. So he played some very impressive chess here.
Yeah.
Like look at this. All of these dynamic moves. Knight e5, queen b6. In particular, I love this move. Knight f3, d4, sacrificing the exchange, taking on f4.
Oh, this is really cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know him as a player, but
okay, I mean, probably Krzysztof also helped a bit here.
Yeah.
Contributed.
He wanted to make it complicated as well, and
to the apocalypse. Oh no! So for the tournament winner of the last year's edition, things look pretty bad.
Yeah. Actually, I checked. He was not. He was sharing the first place. So by the
right.
house, he was not the first, but he was sharing the first.
One
place.
of the winners.
Yep.
It's the same.
He had a really good tournament. So.
Wow, could be a big upset, and he's thinking.
Okay, but what if I have even no scores? I wanted to move my queen to give my king some.
Bishop g2, by the way, was played.
Yep.
But it just drops the queen.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's gonna be a check.
So how much material are you gonna get for the queen?
As much as you can possibly get. By the way, this allows a very brutal queen g3.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a move. That's really bad. You
Okay,
don't.
knight h2 is on the board, of course. It was obvious.
Oh. But that's it, yeah?
He only has one move. Yep.
And knight h2 is on the board, king g1, and bishop e3. That's it. The sad thing is for white, you could have played queen e3. This would be really great. Black has this rook e3.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're not even getting like a rook and the bishop or something,
No.
or a rook and something. You're just like, I guess what
That's
you get is a rook
brutal.
is the best, but your king is still not doing anything.
That is brutal. So this is so far the biggest upset.
Mm.
I mean, it's not like a super big sensation because there's only like 250 points between the players, but still, with the black color,
Yeah,
there
exactly,
goes the
with the black.
queen, goodbyes.
Okay.
And then what do you have for it? Not enough.
Yeah.
Bishop b7, the knight is hanging as well. No, this game is over.
Bishop b7, I think. Okay, now the question is, do you take on d7 or do you go queen g3 and is there a checkmate?
I think anything.
Probably
The
doesn't
only
matter.
thing that can save white is if black loses some time.
But he has 3.5 minutes in.
All right. That is
Okay.
that is a big surprise. Do we go back maybe to Toivo?
Yeah, let's
Kane
see
in his
what
game?
Toivo was doing. Because we liked his position and it was complicated to play for white, and it looks like she did not manage to find the
Ooh.
correct moves because it was complicated but not that bad.
No, it's pretty bad.
No, it's yeah, it might be that the pawn is just queening them.
It's just a pawn.
Oh, and also the king is. I didn't even see the king being so weak.
Yeah, this is a weakness. B pawn is rolling forward. The king is weak. 15 seconds. We might also see resignation right here. No.
He's also a pawn up, yeah, which is like.
This should be pretty easy. Easy victory.
Yep.
Like another pawn on d4 is just under attack.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, king g2, rook d4 looks good enough. Probably there's some forced way to win this. Okay. Maybe we can stay here for a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have them on the camera, but I think it also means that in the coming round, if Toivo Keinonen is going to win this, he's going to be 2 points out of 2. He's going to get to the top 4 boards, probably.
Yep. When we're going to see him.
Logic suggests king g2. Just
I
play.
know, actually, it might
No?
not be because
Oh.
everyone in the top 4 boards won as well, right?
Oh.
And I think it's not like he's not going to get to the first board yet. There's going to be enough people on 2 points.
Okay. All right.
So he needs to win one more game
Not
for
enough.
us to see him.
Not enough for Toivo. Yeah, I think rook d4 is the simplest one. Oh, wait, the pawn is on
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not sure you want to trade that.
Wait. Okay, so where's the win? Where's the win? The fastest win.
Exactly, that's the question.
Can I go for rook b5 doesn't
Yeah, I wanted to do some tricks as well, but it's not necessary probably.
work. b2? Only
Yeah,
move?
so you go rook. Nah. Yep.
I just take all the pawns,
Yeah.
probably. Okay. I think Keinonen has got this.
Okay, so what else do we have? Those 2 we checked, this one we checked.
And board number 9
We have only board number 19, yes.
is Rakirk with black. International master from England. Has a winning position against Rytis Kavalnis. Oh, he just made a mistake. Let's go there.
Is this an engine thing or is it
Probably an
actual
engine thing, yeah.
mistake? Yeah. I bet it might have been actual mistake. The bar is dropped, but it dropped only very little.
So, this is the current position.
Yep.
Some dream French defense from black's perspective. White is up a pawn, but the knight on f5 compensates it fully. The king is going to a4.
Mm-hmm.
How do you make a progress? That's always the question, yeah? This bishop on f2 is so bad. But you know one
Yeah.
thing, Margaret, I learned over the years. Maybe I learned it actually quite some time ago. That very often, even though you have this amazing knight against the bad bishop, this bishop somehow is very resilient.
Yeah, it just protects and you still need to win it, yeah?
Yeah, and you still need to make some progress.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a big mistake in the last moves. So what was it? This was the position.
Yeah.
Knight f5, bishop f2. No, everything
Okay,
is
so
very
it was
feeble.
just the engine doing some stuff.
Silly engine. Question to the viewers. Have you been to Estonia before? Are you from Estonia? Are you from the Baltic countries? Why you're not here? Post your questions in the chat.
Exactly.
And share your thoughts about Paul Keres, maybe. Yeah. So obviously, Paul Keres, with whom we celebrate in this memorial, the 7th edition already so far, is a chess legend, and I think his legacy actually extends a bit beyond chess, right? Because I remember when he passed away. This was 1970, whichever year it was. Pardon me. I'm a Latvian. I'm a Latvian. I'm allowed not to know.
Yeah, but I should. So
you should. You should know that.
Why.
You should know. 1970 something. You're saying 6.
Think,
okay, 74, 76. Whatever. Like I remember, like seeing some pictures. The entire country was like mourning his passing.
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely a very well-known figure in the whole Estonian.
Was he also not named like as Estonian of the century or something like that?
Yes, I think so. I mean, they're naming different people. There's very specific names what they're naming people, but one of those, yes, he definitely got an honorary name. Yeah, I mean, in the chess world as well, it's like some people say he's one of the strongest people who never became the world champion. So that's probably...
Oh yeah, now this list is growing definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
This is Paul Keres. From modern players, I would say Levon Aronian, Fabiano Caruana. Even though they're still playing, Ricardo Camora. There's many great players. Definitely deserved at some point to become world champions. Like Petr Leko, actually. It still hurts still to think that he was this close to become world champion. Just one draw, and that's it. He would have done it against Vladimir Kramnik, but he lost that.
Yeah, that's a bit tough.
Yeah. Okay, king d6. So black is shuffling a bit.
Yeah.
Pieces, king d1. That's the thing, he doesn't really want to take this pawn on h4, right?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I guess you can't really take it.
I mean, not immediately.
But...
like, he could always do this. Like, he can play rook h8.
Yep.
King e2. And even if he can take it, I'm not sure if he wants.
Yes, that's the question. What is the rook endgame?
Feels quite... maybe actually there's some hope for some progress. Maybe there's a 5. Some check here. Okay, I know I'm reaching really, but nah, this is just a dead draw.
Yeah.
So I think what here the English international master is trying to do, he's trying to somehow project the power of this knight, get the king to f7, maybe put the knight on e4.
Okay, let's say I just put my bishop on e1, I sit, I protect, I move back and forth. So that's the question, what are you doing then? I mean, I don't have to go to e1 immediately, but when you put your knight to e4...
Okay, let's say I put the king here so that I don't have to worry about this rook.
I put my king to e2 instead.
King e2, yeah?
Okay. I mean, okay, it stands a little better there. Okay, you put your knight to e4 at some point, maybe.
Maybe now I can take. Maybe there's a moment when I can actually take it. Takes. Now this pawn is under attack. But even this position, like, okay, like if I drop this, let's say rook f1, king f6, king c1, king f5. I mean, how realistic it is for black to win this.
That's the thing, yeah.
Everything is like, I'm gonna take. It just feels like a dead draw. So it's gonna be really hard for the international master from England to win this. And I think this is the reason why he's not gonna rush with this. He wants to trade rooks maybe. King f7. Rook g6. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I'm not also forced to do that, right? I can put my king on f3 and then go away with the rook and say that you have the g file. But what are you going to do with that?
That's a logical thing, yeah. So let's say here. I just go, I don't know, whatever. Any square. Whatever. Rook h1. You play rook g6, I do nothing. I just do nothing.
I think that's the thing, like, it's very obvious that black is the one who's trying to do things, but what is, like, even if you get your best setup, are you still crashing through or not?
So how about I get the knight to e4? I had this idea. Let's say I go here. I want to get king on a 5.
Yeah. So now I have kind of allowed you to do everything. Because now, yep, I put it there. This is probably the best that you can get, yeah.
Engine is silly enough even to announce that white is a tiny bit better.
I mean, maybe I have to start some counterplay with h5 at some point if you're like abandoning everything else, and then put my bishop to h4 and say that
that's the
you
idea.
actually need to. I mean, this way you take
maybe not immediately.
Yeah, maybe not immediately, but you can't take really the c3 pawn. So I want to stay on the other diagonal, but threaten some stuff.
Well, I don't see white here making any progress. It's only black who can try to provoke something. By the way, this is the current position.
Okay, so they did some.
They're going for this.
Some moves, yes. I mean, it also is logical, right? Like he's just doing it step by step. It's not like you can go wrong with black really, unless you like actually overpush. But right now there are some safe moves.
Are you a knights person or a bishop person? In general.
Probably bishop's person.
Okay. Yeah, like this is the question I asked to many. And it's like the preference. Do you like the knights more or bishops more? And I used to be a bishop's person for many, many years.
Yeah.
Because I love the long-term advantage, etc. Getting the bishop pair, grinding it out, opening up the position.
Yep.
But I also came to appreciate the power of the knights, really. And especially in some complicated middle games, where the knights can outmaneuver the bishop. And I feel this is one of those moments. The knight on the 5 is clearly the better knight than this bishop is. And I think that for Ezra, what he's trying to do, he's trying to play the long game. That's what I think I would recommend to anybody, is when you suspect that you couldn't really make any progress, you wear down your opponent. You wait your best chance and carry it out in a time scramble. So I think that's what he's trying to do. Get the opponent to the last 30 seconds, and then you use your best chance and hope it's going to work.
Yeah, maybe for a little bit, pretend like you're doing nothing, so the opponent loses the, like...
Yeah, but how do you pretend? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, how do you make it not obvious that you're playing for time? Because when you start to shuffle the pieces here or there, the opponent's immediately going to suspect, wait a second, I know what you're doing. You want to extract time, and he's also going to play very quickly. So you're kind of thinking, kind of making face, you're trying to carry out something, but actually what you want to do, you want to get your opponent to the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's gonna, I don't know, lean towards the a pawn, so
like,
indicate that maybe I'm gonna move with the a pawn. Like trying to do something on the queen side. Yeah.
Actually, this is something you could always do. Yeah, knight e6, knight b5, maybe proc a4, put back the knight, and go all the way back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not sure that white wants to like go a4, right? Because he would have had the chance to do that with rook a1, a4, try to do something there, but it might be that he would just be creating himself some weaknesses.
Yeah, and this is also the only game left of the round, because the other updates we have...
At least on the top boards.
At the top boards, at least. Toivo Kainen has defeated Yunxing Zhao. We kind of suspected that. Krzysztof Jakubowski has lost. So it's official. It's an upset of the round against Michiel Blaise from Belgium. Then we have more real favorites winning. Nikolai Maxim Ostensen defeating Stanislaw Prachukovsky from Poland. Then board 10, kind of a small surprise. Noah Fecker from Switzerland with the white color was unable to defeat Tomas Pavelaitis from Lithuania. And this is the only game remaining.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's wait here for a while.
Oh, he did play a4.
He did play a4.
After we were discussing, maybe you don't want to do that. But it might be that a4 itself is not like an issue yet, because the knight doesn't have a square to attack it from.
But now I have ideas. I have ideas like creating a pass pawn, for example. Like, so idea number 1, actually I was thinking, I could put the knight on the 5 and run with a king.
Okay, to go back.
Idea number 2, I want to play b5, take with the knight, target a pawn, and create the pass pawn.
Yep.
So there's some ideas. I'm not entirely sure this a4 was so necessary.
I mean, I think that it was directly against knight b5, right?
Right.
He was actually scared of that.
Right.
Which might be reasonable enough.
On top of that, also black shouldn't forget that this h pawn is still there.
Yep.
Like, you cannot really get carried away with your counterplay at the queen side. This pawn, it
I
might
think
just
we've
go.
also lost those, like all lost those positions, right?
Oh
You're
yeah,
like, I am the one winning. You can do nothing. I have all the time in the world, and then the opponent does something, and you're like, oh wait, now I actually am in trouble.
this could be pretty long game. And speaking about long games,
Yeah.
Margaret, what's your longest game?
Oof. The moves, I'm not exactly sure. Probably a bit over like
200.
no 2 pages and a little bit on the things.
Oh, you
So
mean
like
two score sheets? Yeah.
yeah, 2 score sheets and a little bit. But yeah, I think like because the thing is, I used to play like all my games were long, but I don't have any like one that is like super super long. So probably like 5.5 hours. I don't think I have more.
Okay.
But like in most of the tournaments, most of my games are like over 4 hours for sure.
B5, by the way.
Yep.
Well, I have this sad story, or maybe it's not a sad story. It's like I always remember it.
Mm.
I once played an 8-hour game.
And the Grand Swift.
Yes. Yes. 8-hour game, 160 moves something against David Howell. Yes, the one David Howell. Famous commentator, grandmaster from England. I was the one who was pushing for the win, by the way. I did not succeed. I played a draw. And I was knocked out after that.
Mm.
Yeah, so chess can be like you think it's pushing wood, like whatever.
Yeah.
But when you invest all of your physical and mental energy into this one game,
Yeah.
and you play for 8 hours straight, you're just out. And I was out. So yeah, chess can be very very hard sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if this game is getting there.
But that's the thing. Like, I think there's been a little bit of like research, but I think there should be a bit more research done on the fact that like how much chess actually takes the energy. Because I mean, okay, I'm interested in those type of things, so like I have tried to look into a little bit. They're trying to estimate like, oh, like maybe like 1 hour of chess game is like 15 minutes of running or something. But okay, it's not
1 hour? Wait.
It's there's
1 hour of chess game, it's 50 minutes running?
yeah, but that's the thing. Like those, I don't think that those researchers are actually done in like a very very proper way of taking things into account. You're just like monitoring it with something. But I would be actually really really interested. It's like
Yeah.
I will want to do this at some point because I want to do research.
That's
So
interesting.
I will want to get to actually know how much energy it does consume because there are like really different numbers. I've also heard like some crazy numbers that like I don't know with calories that would be like probably way too much. But yeah, I think this is something that could be done. Could be interesting.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, anyway, BDX and A4 Rook A4 was play. We have
Yeah.
some changes. Maybe this game is not gonna continue forever. So at the moment, this is move. Which move is this? This is move 44. Oh, still
Do you have
a
time?
long way. A long way to go. Yeah. And looking at the other results, do
Yeah,
we
I can
have
check
some
the results.
upsets? We love upsets.
Exactly. Okay, there's quite a few games still going. The only person from the top boards, the Hari Krishnan from India, who was the fourth seed, who did a draw yesterday, he won today, so
Okay.
he's gonna come back, or at least he has 1.5 points now. Otherwise, okay, on board 12, Latvian young female player Agnieszka Stepania Stervetisiana, she won against a 23-35 rated FM from Norway. So
That's good.
with black, so that's a good result for her.
Actually, I have to ask what's going to be. I even don't know this. I gotta confess. What's going to be in the Latvian national team for the Olympiad?
Are you gonna play? Oh, maybe this is secret. Yeah, it's not official. It's not officially. I think the just results haven't published the results yet. So
I'm kind of in the team, to be honest. Like I'm trying to find all the reasons not to go. Like I'm lately so playing chess.
Yeah.
But I guess I will have to. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, so I was saying about the women team.
Okay.
I even don't know. Are you playing in the Olympiad?
Yep.
All right.
We're gonna go play.
Okay.
So it's gonna be.
And how does the Estonian women team look like?
Well, we have the first board is Mainarva, so
Okay,
we
that makes sense.
have an actually really good first board. And then I'll play the second board probably.
Okay.
And then we have Sofia Blokhin. My sister Greta, she's probably gonna be the fourth board. or fifth board. This is not decided yet. And then we
Yeah.
have Monica Tsaganova, who's going to be the fifth player.
Okay.
So we have decided team. We have already like, because there's actually some sort of like a project where then a women's team is getting funded a little bit from the Estonian Olympic Committee. So we're actually like doing some training camps. We're doing some preparations, which is kind of nice. Because I think the last
training camp for national team. When was the
Yeah.
last time we did that? Actually, I'm trying to recall.
No, but I think Latvia has done. I've seen some pictures that Latvia has done some training camps. But this might have been also
For
quite
the
a few.
Olympiad.
But this might have been quite a
A
few years
long
ago.
time ago.
Yeah.
No, I remember like this was I mean, we had some training camps before for the
Yeah.
national team, but like the last one I remember 2016. Like I remember we
Okay.
gathered in Limbaži. There was this rapid tournament. Alexei Shirov, Igor Kovalenko, I was there, maybe
Yeah.
Nikita Meshkov, Tom Kantas. I don't remember who was there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
yeah.
were definitely there. We
Yeah.
would brainstorm about some of the lines. But like
Like
having
proper
such
thing.
centralized camps, no, I don't think so. So you're very blessed. having-
Yeah. No, we're trying to like because the last European team championship, I think like we did really well. We got I think 13th place.
Yeah.
So yeah, the women's team is the one thing that we're kind of trying to keep alive, and because it's not like we have a lot of female players
Yeah.
at all. So it's like everyone kind of has to play, and
I see. Yeah, that's the big event, dear viewers. Apologies that we are walking away from this amazing game. Here we can see that, of course, Ezra Kirk is making a progress, something like Rook G7, Rook G1.
yeah.
But in everybody's mind right now is also the Vultures Olympiad, which starts 17th September, 16th,
16th.
something
I
like
think
that.
16th is the first round. Yeah.
Yeah, in Uzbekistan, in Samarkand. So a lot of people that are going to go there. It's like typically it's a event where everybody is meeting a lot of friends, a lot of handshakes, etc. So
Yes. Which I think also some players are probably using this tournament as a preparation tournament for the Olympiad. Right?
Yeah.
That's why there's probably a lot of strong Lithuanians.
I mean, it's just a great tournament also to go.
Yeah,
not necessarily, not necessarily to
yeah.
prepare, but yeah, it's a great tournament to be in. And in case the viewers you haven't been to Estonia ever, it's a great opportunity. Typically, it's happening at the same time, like beginning
Around,
of August.
Yes.
End of July?
Beginning of August. It depends a little bit on like other tournaments.
Yeah.
On, for example, also if the RTU in Riga is going to happen or not. It depends because Parnu is the summer capital of Estonia. There are also other big events here. So, for example,
Parnu is the capital of Estonia and
summer capital Estonia. Summer
okay.
capital of Estonia.
I see.
Yes. So there are like some big events, some festivals, music things. So we have to play around a little bit so that not all hotels would be fully booked out.
I see.
But around this time, I think it's a good time.
What's the summer capital of Latvia? I have no idea, actually. Do we even have such a thing? I don't know.
Something next to the sea, I would assume, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Jurmala. I have no idea.
I'm thinking. That was the one that came to my mind. But...
Yeah, I'll have to inquire. But by the way, we're getting somewhere in this game.
Yeah.
So we see that Rites decided not to sit around.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to be active, play Rook A6. He tried to push H4, H5. And this last move, King F5, suddenly it's so difficult for White to play because this pawn is a target. I mean, watch out for Rook H7, watch out for Rook G4, Rook F4.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for Rook G1.
Yeah, the bishop might end up getting actually trapped, yeah.
Yeah, this pawn is goodbye.
I think he's kind of maybe trying to exchange it with the A7 pawn.
Yeah. Which probably makes sense. Because, I mean, he's afraid of this pass pawn, but Rook H7 was played.
Yep.
Yeah, but then this knight,
Now the issue is also, what do you play with white? Do you just play something with the rook on the A file and wait whether...
King E3? Bishop G3? Bishop G3 drops a pawn.
Yeah. Like, you can't move with the bishop, because then I can take the H6 with the tempi as well.
Okay. So, let's say I play King E3. How do you make a progress? Well, okay, here.
Mm-hmm.
Take?
And that's what you gotta calculate then.
Yeah.
And now you probably do get the second pawn. The question is, which one do you want? Do you want the C3 one, or do you want the F4 one?
Might be still not enough.
Yeah, because then we technically have equal amount of points, right?
Yeah.
Pawns.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna win this pawn, it's 2 against 3.
Yeah.
Like, it's of course a beautiful knight, but might be not enough.
Mm.
So, what was it? It's a king e3.
Yep.
I don't want to give up this pawn. How
Yeah.
do I save it? Maybe some knight of 6?
Okay, with the idea to get it to g4.
Let's say you go back. I get it here.
Yeah, maybe just do it the slow way. You want to take it with the knight? Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
I keep the pawn. And then I maneuver the knight back. I think it makes perfect sense to keep this pawn alive. It looks a bit slow, but I don't think that white can really make any progress. Rook a3.
Okay, I guess he's doing the same thing, but just trying to...
Yeah,
doing the waiting thing.
I think rook h6 is actually not necessary here. So let's try again. Let's try play knight of 6.
Yep.
Maybe this is what he wants, to go here, here, and here.
Okay, that makes sense.
So rook h3 actually is a smart move.
Yeah, because he
He protects the pawn so that the bishop can go.
Yep.
Okay. Ah, wait, I have another idea. I could take it.
Okay, I have to take it.
And disconnect your king.
Okay.
Get this pawn. I know it's ugly. How do you make a progress?
It is very ugly.
Yeah, it's sad.
But it might also be that... What does black do now, right? If I go... You need to make a move with black as well. Because you don't want to move your king.
We're going there, I think.
Okay.
So he decides to take on h6. Yeah, he's running out of time. Engine is actually not super impressed by this.
Another question is where do you go with your rook, right? Probably black makes a move with the rook, but you have kind of, I guess, 3 options there, or even 4 options.
Yeah.
Rook h1 could also be a thing.
Rook h1 is definitely a thing.
Rook h2, rook h3, rook h... Okay, so 3 options that should be.
Here, 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 here.
Trying to do it in a smart way.
Here. Again, it feels like black is very, very active, but again, it's material balance on the board.
Yeah.
The best you're gonna get is the pawn on c3. Wait. Can I check the advice of the Silicon Beast here?
Yes, because at some point it did like the black's position a bit more. At least, right?
Ah, but there's no progress according to an engine.
Yeah, it just moves back and forth.
Yeah, just back and forth. 96, 94. There's no
thing.
progress. So black is better, but nothing groundbreaking.
Yeah, so this is the one position where, like, or example of a position where the engine is not very telling exactly. If it was showing the 0.9 but go back and forth with the knight, then...
Yeah. Well. By the way, what is up a pawn?
Yes. It might become important, right?
Might be. Yeah, okay, rook h3. So I think he's gonna push back the king. Oh, this is gonna be a long game then. Rook h3, king e2, rook h2, probably king d1, king f4. I actually think he could have probably played a bit trickier in this position after rook a3, because I feel that clarifying this position kind of helps.
Yeah.
White, but then again, you need to make some kind of a move.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been that black, or like white's idea now is to like go bishop h4, right, and get the bishop kind of into the...
I would have tried at least once play 96. At least once.
Okay.
I just want to see what they're gonna do.
Because now I can't go bishop h4.
Yeah, like I wanted to see at least once. Yes. Are you gonna react against this properly? Which, by the way, maybe is not so clear.
Still not like impressed.
Yeah, because the bishop goes to g5. Okay.
Oh, he went to g2.
Oh, king g2. Wait, what? Rook e3? What's going on? How do you defend the bishop?
King f1.
King f1, yeah?
Yep.
Wait, but that's a really odd choice. Why not king e2?
Yeah.
So if I go here, king f1?
Trying to force something, but...
Can I take it?
Okay, yes. I assume I have to kind of take. No, I can't even take, actually. Because now I'm losing way too many things.
Yeah, it feels like white's gonna lose a second pawn.
You would need your king to like get to d2 ASAP, but...
Okay. So king f1, the only move, which is
Yep.
not a big surprise. I actually would have thought the king on d1 feels safer, not on f1. That's a really strange choice by Kavalnis. Maybe king g4, king f3 something. Try to scare off a checkmate. And the pawn is like an umbrella.
That's actually something you would want to do if your opponent has 1 minute, probably.
Oh yeah. Like it feels this pawn doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It's so difficult for white to make a move. Like, let's say you go here, I go here. It's almost a checkmate. Yeah, it's a checkmate, except there's
The
no
issue
checkmate.
might be that there is no checkmate then.
And you can't take it. It's knight g3. You're winning the exchange.
Yep.
I would love to do this, actually. Because if you take it f4, it enables you some checks.
There's some checks. You're like, okay, how's... Like, e6 might become weak as well.
1 minute for both players. Only increment plus 30 seconds.
You know, like king g4 is also a move that like a weaker player could easily just miss. And then panic comes in.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I think I would just blitz it out. No, king f4. I don't like this. I would have played king g4, king f3, just to pose questions. This, again, feels kind of safer. Rook f7, rook f8. Maybe it's still good. But I thought from a practical point of view, this was a bit more annoying.
But now he also has to decide, right? Is he gonna go for activity, as we discussed, or is he gonna just try to play the ugly rook a3 and hold on to his pawns and say that I don't believe in there being any checkmates? And
rook a3.
Yeah,
it's really ugly.
Exactly. Those are
rook f7, king g4. Watch out for the rook trade threat. I think black wants to trade the rooks here. Then the knight is definitely going to dominate the bishop. So white cannot do this.
That's fair. We need the remote as well for the.
There we go.
Thank you.
Okay. So another check.
Yep. Hey, where are you putting your king then?
Right here.
No, black's king.
Ah, yeah. I mean, yeah, this king definitely should have been on d1.
Yes.
So that after knight c3, you can always take it, play
There's
king
king
d2.
d2, and then you're gonna hold this position. Yeah.
Right. I get a feeling that white's gonna blunder something here, like play some rook f8 or something, and even though I mean this check looks
It's
logical.
Whoa.
Rook e7. Ooh, white's a mistake. White's a mistake. White's a mistake.
Is maybe maybe that rook endgame now is just losing because you can't protect c2 and then.
And that's why the king had to be on d1. I know I'm repeating myself, but yeah, this king of f1 has no business. So I suspect that you could just take it, yeah?
Yeah.
So takes. Wait a second. Yeah, but the king is going to be cut off.
Yeah, I have exactly enough time.
Still could be a bit tricky. c3. So the threat is to promote the pawn.
And I will.
Not so simple. Maybe this.
Yeah, king c. Yeah, here with the king. I still want to go with the king. Yeah.
And use the pawn as an
umbrella.
you say like no. No, it's not so simple. One thing I learned from my career is that the rook in games always should be very cautious. So, but knight c3, it feels to be the right thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And he does it.
I mean, he kind of also had.
And it's a mistake. What? Well, it was a mistake. Okay.
Chess is hard.
Chess is really hard. What? No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe he should have exchanged them on that side.
Yeah, but come on.
Because the king is cut off.
Knight g3, king g3, dominate the king first.
Yeah.
Allow your opponent to give a lot of checks. And only then you take on c3. Yep. Yeah, but you need time for that.
Yeah.
Not 1 minute.
Yep.
I didn't spot this immediately, and also black didn't spot this. So now we're heading for this endgame. Actually...
Maybe it was not a mistake, right? Like, it's just the computer was...
No, actually it was a mistake because you can play bishop d2. Bishop d2, rook f3, king e1, and you keep your suffering. Which makes no sense anyway, yeah?
Yeah.
Of course, it makes no sense because you want to go for the rook endgame and hope that you're gonna hold this.
So then it also makes sense from like black side, because he thought that he's winning the rook and him. So.
And where's the? No, I think it's still very, very tricky here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a rook and game, right? So.
I'm not sure if black is fully confident. He's got this. It should be a win, like king f4, rook d5, king e3, king d3. Use the pawn as an umbrella should be a win, but
Yeah.
I really found one way to mess this up.
Yep. True.
Dear chat, post your impressions. How are your endgame skills? Yeah, rook endgames are very, very tricky. Because that's the thing. You see this evaluation bar is completely in black's favor. But you make one human move, and it's a draw. So the margin for error is very big. Rook e5. I think the safest move is king e4, king e3. You cannot be wrong with that.
Yep.
Like, you need to activate a king. You could be wrong with some c3, rook d2.
That's the thing, yeah. But like, if I have 5 seconds, I'll probably move with the king.
Any of the lines, I just switched on the engine, any of the lines naturally involve the king moves.
Yeah.
King if there you go.
What?
There you go.
But that's the thing, because if you're thinking that I need my king, then it's really hard to understand why king f3 is a mistake, but king f4 is correct, because why doesn't it lead to the exact same position?
King d1, only move, which makes a draw. Only move. This is a checkmate threat. It's very easy to spot.
Makes sense, yes.
King d1, rook d2, here rook d4, king c2. It's going to be a draw. But wait a second. I want to check this.
I want to understand why
Why
king f4 was.
Why king f4?
And now king e1.
And now king e1. What? I also don't follow it. C3?
No, but like, why can't we?
Yeah, why can't we repeat, right?
Like,
king e1.
No, because there was king d1. So the question is why king d1 doesn't work in the other position.
Here
it was king d1, right?
King d1.
And it's a draw. So the question is why king d1 doesn't work against king f4.
Sorry. So this is the current position. King f3. Why?
King f4, king e1, c3, king d1. Why is this winning?
Because the rook is under attack on e5. That's why.
Okay. Well.
You have no time for king c2. That's the only difference. No, it's so easy to miss this. Like, I've made the worst mistakes, worst blunders.
Sure. Again, if you have like 10 minutes, you're calculating it, you understand it. But if you're just like, you have to assess it based on the gut feeling, then because king f3 to me it sounds like it just feels more natural, because you're threatening a checkmate essentially as well, right?
Yeah. And now I think that black's got this.
Yeah, the issue is there's no really way to like kind of continue it, and he went.
So he's gonna try to build an umbrella. Oh wait.
Yeah, it's still gonna go, yeah.
Wait.
So the question is
king e3, and now black wants to go here, and here, use the pawn's umbrella, but this should be a draw.
Yeah, rook h5 would be like that. But okay, he's doing it.
Are you sure?
In a bit of a scary way, but I think I guess it works as well.
Yeah.
Okay, but now it's
just one check. Wait. Yeah, you still need to be very precise. You need to give a check, king c4, and
go back with
rook h8.
Yep.
You can misplay this, because if you allow black to go here, that's a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one pawn. Like, we know this position, it's a textbook draw without the pawn on d4. You put the pawn on d4, everything changes. Yeah, this was very instructive, yeah? This, let me once again show this. This moment right here. If I would have to ask to some endgame specialists, do you play king f4, king f3? You have 1 minute to answer. Nobody will be able to answer immediately. Like, you have to calculate some stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Endgames are hard, just as hard. That's why I do the commentary. Because I can play a game like this for 4 or 5 hours. No, how many? 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
You make one mistake in the 5th hour. That's it.
Yeah.
So now Ezra knows. Yeah, now he knows that he messed up.
Yep.
Maybe he doesn't even know what was this moment. I don't think he like understands right now that it should have been king of 4 instead of king of 3. And also that's why I said he entered this rook king and he was not sure if it's winning or not. I was also not sure, and
Yeah.
it was so difficult again to spot this correct move. Knight g3. So what's happening here?
And I
think they are
it's
having some fun with the PGN, no?
it might have been that they ended it.
The
But
what?
no, I don't think that happened. Or
What's
unless
just
someone
happened
actually
here?
lost it on time or something.
Really?
No, I don't think so, because they still have time. And this is like, unless he got checkmated here, because it went back to this position, right?
Yeah. Do we have a confirmation? Okay, that is really weird.
I don't have the result.
I would have thought you're gonna spot there's a checkmate in one,
Yeah, no. I mean, it might be that they put the kings in correctly as well.
and then they analyzed it.
Mm-hmm.
That what could have been.
I will try to get the confirmation.
All right. So we are gonna get the confirmation in a moment, but
can we see whether they finished actually?
Who?
On the big in the camera, because they should be on the live boards, right?
They are. There's
See?
some score sheets. They are talking something. Yeah, but I do not. No, I think everybody's finished. Yeah.
Okay.
I really don't see them playing. There is somebody playing in the big venue, but that's not the top boards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's some. Yeah, I can see still some.
Okay.
People playing. Okay, I will.
All right, so I think we're going to confirm it maybe for the next round. So this game it seems to be finished either way.
Yep. Whether it was a draw or something.
Whether it was a draw or something happened.
Moves before. Yep.
Exactly. So the viewers, we are going for an extended break, meaning we're ending this coverage. And the next round, it
starts here at 4.
Starts at 4, but we go live 5.
Yes, Estonian time.
Estonian time. So that would be Central European summertime. That will be 4 p.m. So in 3 hours, we are coming back with round 3 from the 7th Paul Keres Memorial here in Parnu, Estonia. Me and Margaret will be back in action, trying to analyze what's happening in brand new games. But in the meantime, we're saying goodbye to you. Hope you enjoy the coverage. Hope you're having a great day. Answer yourself a question why you're not here in Estonia. Enjoying the beautiful summer here in one of the most scenic places in the Baltic countries. But see you in 3 hours.
Yep.
And